happening, you're seeing things, and then next thing you know, even if you don't intentionally do it for the first time by yourself through, masturbation, and that's why I said a lot of these things, it's not just the hand movements that you do, but there are people out there, that you can ejaculate just by your imagination, right? You don't even need to do anything. There are people that can just be sitting there thinking about something, imagining something, and then it just happens. Like you're just sitting there and you just ejaculate. And then when you start to think about it and see it, and then you're like, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. And the next thing you know, you just start doing it on yourself. You just start doing it on your own. And next thing you know, you're in masturbation.
And you can't stop.
And you can't stop.
And then you get married. And then you realize that when you have sex with your wife, you're not satisfied. And then you go in the bathroom and you start doing it to yourself.
Pretty much.
Over and over again.
Like pretty much.
Your wife starts to get upset. And then...
Or husband.
Yeah, your wife or husband partner starts to get upset because they start to see that I don't satisfy you. And now causes insecurity in the marriage.
Yeah.
And and it becomes an extreme addiction. Like Kevin just said. And you can't control it. You start doing it everywhere.
Yeah.
Like you can't focus at work, you can't focus with your kids. You're just out here, just masturbating.
Yeah.
All the time.
And all of this really comes down from, like I said, dirty minds plays a lot in it. And like I said, the devil has really polluted this world by making this something that's so common, so regular, so normal, so sex has become just as normal as drinking coffee, and things have been publicized everywhere. And
I think the biggest solution, because I like for us to just not just talk about what the issue is, but the biggest solution, I think it's inevitable, right? Because we already live in the society where sex is everywhere, and it is polluted everywhere. I think, like Emmanuel tells me this all the time, like you don't wait until temptation.
Well, I said the devil takes and distorts. He knew the weakness of men. He knows it. He knows what man's weakness is, and he exposes it. He puts it all over there. And why do you think it's more common that you're going to see naked women on the street than naked men? Mm-hmm. Like you're not going to see naked men all over.
I think another big thing, babe, is like something that Kevin just said. I think you need to have godly friends, yes, but also be able to have friends that you can be vulnerable with, and that's going to guide you in the right direction.
100%.
Because a lot of the times, at the end of the day, the enemy knows your weakness. He knows that nobody's able to fight these things on their own. You're going to need someone. Everyone needs someone. So when you feel like you're down and out and you feel like, man, I cannot get the spirit of masturbation off of me. I cannot get the spirit of watching pornography off of me. I am highly desiring a relationship right now, and it's not for anything else but sexual desires. I really need someone to talk to. Like, you need to have friends and people, and ask God to send you individuals that can help you and support you through that time. Because at the end of the day, like, the Christian walk is not by yourself. You can't do this by yourself.
Now, one thing that you said that I think that's also very important, I feel like a lot of times when you get so heavy into masturbation, your desire to get married is all about sex, right? You no longer see marriage as a life living with someone. Mm-hmm. You see it now as, you think of it as, okay, masturbation, I'm done with that because now I'm going to have someone that I can just do it with. And I feel like people have to remember something. Your partner's not a robot. You know, your partner's not a robot. No one can satisfy you when you're addicted to that. I'm going to be very honest. When you're addicted to masturbation, no one will satisfy you. No one. Take that out your head right now. If you think that marriage will solve your masturbation problems or anything like that, I promise you it won't.
Yep.
It won't. You're going to get married. You can see your partner naked. This is why I said, and you're just going to be looking down like this. You're going to look down. It's still a little gummy bear.
Baby,
and nothing.
It's never a little gummy bear.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's some people out there that's all they got.
Okay.
Didn't we have a whole thing about this? It's not about the size. It's the motion in the ocean.
Okay.
That nonsense.
Okay.
So
some people are.
no.
Some people are growers and not showers.
And lusting. That Paul is very clear in the Bible. Don't play games with it. Don't flirt with it. Don't interact with it. Run. Turn into a cheetah and run, because he knows you can't resist. We can't resist. It acts on our bodies. It acts on our flesh. The flesh, at the end of the day, as much as God wants us to give our flesh to him, the flesh is what interacts with this world. And this world is the demon possessed. It's demon incarnated all over the place.
A lot of the downfall of men, a lot of the downfall of the people in the Bible is because of women.
So that's it. It's all flesh.
Sex.
It's all flesh. Look at Samson. The man had everything he needed. Strong as God knows what. What killed him? That little he got that little rub, that little head rub. You know, that little head rub. All of a sudden, everything.
It's not all head rubs.
Don't understand, and I'm going to take this one step further. What we don't understand, when you open your minds to these things as you see them, spirits enter. And when the spirits enter, what tends to happen is we close the door when we say we don't want to do this anymore. But when you close the door, it's too late. The spirit's already inside.
Wow.
Because the spirit's already inside, you're sitting here telling yourself, "Oh, I'm not doing it anymore." The spirits are inside. They're in there already. Jesus. So what happens? The spirits, they may not manifest right then and there. They just go dormant for a little bit.
That's a revelation.
They just relax for a little bit.
Yep.
And then next thing you know, you say, "Oh, I gave it up for 3 days and I'm right back into it." You never kick the spirits out of your head. When you open the doors because of all the sex and everything that you see in this world, when your doors, you open the doors in your mind, you allow the spirits a place to enter. And because they enter, number two, not only do they enter, but they take up space. Because they take up space, the God spirit can't reign. Because the Holy Spirit can't reign, that means only the demon spirits are reigning. Because only the demon spirits are reigning, your mind is always focused on lust. It's always focused on sex. It's always focused on this. It's always focused on that. You can't tear away. Why? Because the spirits that are in your mind are not of God. You're sitting here trying to become better, trying to sanctify your mind, blah, blah, blah. But the spirits are still in there. They possess your mind from head to toe. You have to understand that there's certain things. It's not just a matter of stopping, but it's a matter of getting into your mind and kicking it out.
Yep.
Because if you don't, masturbation will always be a part of you. It will always be there. It will always be something that you're going to do.
And masturbation leads to lack of self-control as well.
Yeah.
Like, people don't understand that. Like, I tell Emmanuel this all the time. If you got a masturbation issue and you think that marriage is going to solve it, and you have a lack of self-control, you're going to end up raping your wife. Like, I know that's not something that we like to talk about, but that's true. Like, you're going to end up saying to her, "Oh, I know you don't want it, and then I know you're trying to play with me right now," and then you just end up trying to just
rape
to get your...
exists in marriage, guys.
Rape exists in marriage.
Rape
like,
exists
that's a
in
thing.
marriage. Like, it does exist.
No means no. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because the Lord said that his body is mine and my body...
Bro, it's in the Bible, bro.
All right. Like, that doesn't mean that you should just go and enter into a woman just because you felt like it. Like, that... And that idea, that uncontrol that you don't have over your body really leads into bad decision making, because I know a specific story where this man had an issue with masturbation and got arrested because he started masturbating in the street because he could not control himself. Like, this is real. Like, people don't want to talk about it, but it's real. Like one of the biggest things in marriage is sex. Like, as much as we want to talk about it, like, it's a lot of things that go on that people don't want to speak about, and sex is one of the biggest issues that people have in their marriage because of a lot of sexual immorality that happened before it. And now you have to cut out all those demons out your bedroom before you guys can have a healthy relationship with sex with each other. Like, it's as much as we want to hide from it, like, a lot of young girls, unfortunately, they were touched by men that shouldn't have been touched. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of weird things that are happening out there in the world. Yeah. Because, Men don't know how to control themselves. Women don't know how to control themselves. Like, I noticed specific, like, I guess, popular figure, he always bragged about how the fact that his first encounter with the woman was with his babysitter. But then he started to go into therapy and realized, like, yo, that was rape. Like, I was too young to understand what sex was. And that distorted his mind. Distorted his mind from sex. And all of that is important. Like,
Not just physical. There's a lot of spiritual in it too. We don't like to accept that. We don't want to believe that because we can't see it. You can't see the spiritual side, but the spiritual side exists. And as a matter of fact, because of the fact that if you want to live a godly marriage, you're going to have to learn to accept that the spiritual exists, because that's where you're going to get most of your attacks from.
yep.
That's where you're going to get most of your attacks from. And I want to be very clear: a godly marriage is not the union of two Christians. That's not what a godly marriage is. A godly marriage is not the fact that two Christians got together. A godly marriage is a marriage that God approves on from above, the same way He approved of Jesus after Jesus got baptized. Right? That's a godly marriage, and we want those coming out of BCS. We want people to leave BCS feeling like, you know what, I know something, I learned something moving forward, and these are things that we have to be willing to fight before we even get into the marriage phase, right? A lot of us say we want to get married, but we don't want to put in the work.
Yeah.
A lot of us say we want to get married, and then by the time that the marriage actually rolls around, we get divorced after a year.
Yep.
And then we saying why. And this is why I feel like, one of the things that I'm not going to say I have against the church, but like my wife said, if we're going to denounce certain things, we have to make sure that we help people find a way to get on the right track, because if they don't, then much too early, you make the standards impossible for you to keep up with.
Okay.
What are you going if you're starting out with someone, you're not even dating yet, you're not even getting there yet, day one you're already saying, listen, I got you with fingers with nails and this for $200. So what is it going to look like when you, like, 6 months in? What does it look like? Like, what are you gonna do? What are you doing? If day one, because let's be honest, you want to talk about a man got to be a man, right? Let's be honest. If he starts there at day one and he can't keep up, isn't that gonna look worse? That's gonna look much worse. You're gonna be like, hold up. So into where I got the question from, the coach that was doing this said the same. The coach said that the idea of loving the person you marry is something that society has engraved so strongly into this generation, which is one reason a lot of times why marriages don't last. Right? When you marry the person you love, I want you to think about when that happens. When do you marry? You marry the person, right? When you marry the person you love, which means, in theory, before the day that you got married, you loved the person and you married them.
Right.
Now, the question, and this is what a lot of people do, and this is what society has made us do a lot. You get to know the person, you like them, you love them, you're in love, blah, 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 and then you get married. Beautiful. But then that begs the question. A lot of times, for example, people like to say that the person changes every 7 years. Right? If you marry the person, then clearly you love them. So a lot of people like to say the person changes every 7 years. So I'm going to ask you, if you married the person that you loved, right? What happens to when that person becomes somebody else in 7 years? In another 7 years, they change again. Who are you loving now? Because you married the person that you loved. The person that you loved is the person that you saw, met, spoke to, talked to, and everything at the beginning. What happens that a lot of people don't understand as part of marriage, the reason why you love the person that you marry is because love is an intentional act. something that you have to consistently want to do, something that you have to actually desire to do day by day by day by day by day, right? When you marry someone, you have to make the intentional decision to love them every single day, morning, afternoon, and night, right? That is what is super important to keep a relationship going, because like my wife and I could tell you, you're not going to like each other every day. Like, you're not. There's going to be days, man.
There's days a man you get some on the last nerve.
Bro, hey. But you know, Bob's yeah, got some of you. You know, so
you're learning.
Yeah, when you're a man, you got to learn.
Okay.
When you love, like I said, you marry the person. You marry the person that you love, but you married that version of the person. Marriage will bring out, and this was another question that we didn't even get to answer, because somebody asked a question, which is more true? Does the marriage bring out the best in you, or does it bring out the worst in you? That's
Both.
A different question.
Both.
But when you get married, after you get married, that's when you really got to find out who you just married.
Mm-hmm.
And people love to say that there is what they call a 5 to 7 year, not day, not month, not week, a 5 to 7 year adjustment period in which you are learning your partner.
They call the 7-year mark what you call it? That, like, I guess the divorce itch, like, you know, that's when people get divorced after 7 years.
Most times you hear people when they get divorced, it's usually young. You know, it's rare to find people getting divorced when they're like 30 years in, 40 years in.
Because at that point, it's like, I'm gonna just deal with you.
So at the very beginning, that's when you got to learn. That's when you get all the petty arguments in, right? I mean, my wife and I, we could tell you, we had a lot of petty arguments when we first started, right?
You about to be 4 years in, baby.
It's crazy.
4 years in, 7 years together.
We disagree. And the reason I'm going to disagree is because I feel like that notion is what causes a lot of marriages to be built on a very bad foundation.
What notion? I don't understand.
This notion that, if I understand your comment correctly, if I don't, then you can correct me.
He's eating jerk chicken. He can't.
But what I'm getting from his comment is that as long as it's God approved, it will flourish.
Nah.
And I'm going to heavily disagree with that.
That's a no.
To heavily.
Might as well get married to somebody that God is not approved.
Yeah.
At that point.
I'm not going to lie to you. Just because God approved of the person, yeah, no. I want you to think about it like this. If God approves, the devil disapproves. Because the devil disapproves, he's going to do everything in his power to break you up. Everything. And if you are not firm in God, you're not firm in your relationship, you're not firm amongst each other, the devil will succeed and break you up.
And you don't love each other, then it's like...
You got to choose it.
Yeah.
You have to choose it.
Even though God approves, doesn't mean it just because, like, you actually have to love the person.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like a lot of people really mistaken...
Oh, Bojazi, we so got marié avec Munsa, and I don't even like him.
Yo, English, babe.
Oh, God said yes, and then I don't like the person, but God said yes, so I'm gonna just marry the person because I love them. Like that. Like,
God approves of your relationship. It means that he signs off on it, and he also means that he's giving you the tools to make it work. Mm-hmm. He means that, you know what, I timed you perfectly. I know what you want, and I know I can get it for you. Like, you can make it work, but you got to do the work.
I also will say too, like, because I love my husband, but I also know that through everything that we've done, like, you can tell that God is in our marriage, but that doesn't make the marriage easier. In fact, it makes it actually twice as hard, because, like, now the enemy doesn't like us together. The enemy is trying everything in its power to break us apart. And it's actually like your fight, the spiritual fight is really hard. It's like you find yourself fighting uncommon battles that maybe the normal couple, especially when you are
a God-ordained couple,
like a God-ordained couple, and you are a couple where both of you guys are, like, your husband is in ministry, like you gonna find yourself dealing with there are some testimonies that's gonna brew out of our marriage. The day that these testimonies come to fruition and we could talk about it on this live, y'all just gonna be like, y'all went through what? Man.
Like, people would not believe us if we
People
tell you
would not
guys.
believe
If we
us.
tell you guys what we go through, you wouldn't believe us, like, at all. Like, you really
So-
wouldn't. And I tell people every day, listen, and I tell Abby this all the time. We went through something when we first got married, and I'm very open about it. I'm really surprised Abby didn't leave. I'm very surprised. Like, when we first got married,
That's why I deserve that Chanel bag.
no, that's not why you deserve a Chanel bag. So I really feel like 2 weeks, 3 weeks in, I was very surprised she didn't leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were tested from day one.
Day one.
Things beyond our control, things that we had no control over it, and at all. It's. Hey, I mean, listen. Like I said, there's gonna come a time, guys. We're gonna testify. We're gonna show you. We're gonna tell you guys certain things about what happened, and pray that it's a blessing for you. Yeah. But for now, what I do want you guys to understand is this. I'm not going to tell you to marry someone that you don't love. I'll never say that. Yeah. Please, I'm not saying that. But I want you to understand something. Remember that the person that you're saying that you're marrying at the time at which you marry them will not be the same person even a week from that point.
Do you think I'm the same person that you dated?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
So like, I was at this movie theater, right? We was having this big get-together, this family get-together, whatever. I see an old friend of mine. He comes talking, and his girlfriend tried to friend's girlfriend. He came talking to me. I told her, like, leave me alone, this is my friend's girlfriend, and she kept on talking to me. She decides to come talking to me, flirting with me or whatever. You okay? You sure?
I'm fine. Just checking the time.
Alright. Hours into the party, here comes my friend, comes doing this. She put her hands on my chest and she's trying to caress me. And here comes my friend yelling at me, screaming at me, begins to flirt with me. And she begins to touch me. I told her, leave me alone, you're my friend's girl, and I don't think we should do. I told him.
I'm so sorry. I actually have to be somewhere right now. This was great. This was so great. It was good meeting you though,
but you didn't even finish your food.
I'm not hungry. You can finish it though. It was nice meeting you. Alright. Good. Oh, let me call Mika.
What's up? Wait, you gotta call B. He went on that date today. Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Girl, you will not believe the date that I just had.
What happened?
Why is he calling me?
Yo, what's up?
Not much, man. Just in bed. What's up?
Nothing. Yo, we know about your date. Was calling to ask how it went.
Yo, that date was fire, bro. I think she's the one.
You sure?
Oh my god, it was terrible. Like, terrible.
He was nice and all, but I don't know. There was something about him. It was just terrible.
I mean, yes, bro, I promise you. The second date guarantee.
You sure?
Yes, bro.
Bro, you positive?
Absolutely. Yo, she's 5 foot. She's Christian. She's Haitian, too. She's beautiful. Like, nah, she's the one for me.
It was that bad?
Yes, like he just kept talking the entire time.
She likes to, like, listen a lot. Like, she was really respectful, too. Like, that's really what I want a lot.
And I don't know. As soon as our food got here, I had to leave. And that's not even like me, but
As soon as our food came, she had to go, and I was like, okay, but like her food just came, but it's whatever.
I had to get out of there.
How did you like him?
I mean, he was Haitian, but he wasn't Christian, and that's really what's important, you know? I don't know. I just needed something. I just needed to talk to somebody, but I have no idea what to look for in a guy. I just need help.
But I promise you, the date was fire. Second date guarantee. I promise you, bro.
You positive?
Absolutely, 100%.
Alright, bro. We're gonna hold it on you. We're gonna hold you to that, bro.
Alright, broski, I promise you, bro. Second date on point. She's wifey material. This is mine.
Alright, bro. You better be. Alright, bro. We'll see. Alright, we'll catch you later.
Alright, bro.
Alright.
Later.
Alright, bro. Sound like he capping. Yeah. He chatting, bro. That, you know that day went terrible, bro. It's okay. Nah, it's okay. It's terrible.
Eh, nou men se la kisi nan, leve, bon kisi nan, fè vit. Tan ba bon nou kout prelon la, leve, fè vit. Fè vit, go, get out. Tout sa guy chaise la, men sou fin nan.
You know what? Let me call up my girl, cause you need some serious help.
Okay.
Hold on, let me add her.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Is that Mimi? Hey, Mimi!
Hey, Katie, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. And you? What's happening?
Well, it's not going too well. My friend, she recently went on a date, and it went terrible. Remember that live event you was telling me about?
The BCS?
Yeah, that one.
Girl, add her right now.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey! So what's going on? What's going on? What you need help with?
No, it's just, I went on a date and it went terrible. I just need help with looking for the right guy.
You need help, girl. I got you. There's an event happening December 20th, BCS Live, Breaking Christian Silence, where they talk about real relationships, real faith, real talk, real everything. We're all real over here. Ooh.
Breaking Christian silence.
You need it ASAP.
Okay.
You better be here.
You gotta be there. I better see you there.
You're like, yes.
Don't worry, I'll be there. Don't worry.
Send the details over.
See you.
Oh, BCS event. All right. All right. It's got to text me because what is that? Oh, you know me. Oh, there's some song happening. I'll be there. We'll do this. Come in. I'll be there. Yo. What's up? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. BCS holding a live event December 20th. You gotta come, bro. You need it. Really? Yes, bro. Alright, bro.
Oh, BCS event? December 20th. Oh, gonna be there. Oh, gonna be there.
BCS, you gotta be here. See you later.
next thing also, I do want to remind everyone, as you guys know, we're going to be having our first live BCS event towards the end of the year.
Woohoo!
We are going to ask you guys for your opinions on when we should do this event. Make sure you guys vote, especially if you guys want the merch. Make sure you guys vote. Make sure you guys vote. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Okay. And the winner getting 57% of the votes.
Maybe I can make you mine. Make you.
And we back, and we back, and we back, and we back, we back, we back, we're back, we're back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Breaking Christian Silence.
Hola, hola, everyone.
The home of breaking the silence, one conversation at a time.
Welcome to BSS.
We're back, we're back. Welcome. We are your co-hosts, your very own Emmanuel Gerard, my lovely wife.
Have you go, Gerard?
And she's tired, as you can hear, but you know we still here
tired.
though.
I'm just.
We still here though. It's all right. We still here. We're happy to see you guys.
I was gonna drink some coffee, but I felt like it was too late to drink some coffee because I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep after this.
I'm not a coffee person. Actually, I don't drink. I don't know. I'm not. The coffee's never been for me, which is funny because like it runs in my family's blood.
Yeah.
But like
your dad is such a coffee person.
Yeah, the coffee love didn't hit me. Yeah. That didn't hit me. That kind of
baby, it hit me.
No, the coffee.
Because you know I love me some coffee, child.
Coffee love didn't hit me. The coffee love didn't hit me. I thought it would, but it didn't. It didn't hit me. But nonetheless, we're back, guys. Welcome back to another episode. Breaking Christian Silence, BCS. We're back, guys. We're back. It was a whole 7 days. I know it was a very long 7 days. Right. I know you guys, you know, when you don't have BCS, I know it, you know, you guys feel it in your hearts. I know it's sad and everything like that. Mm-hmm. But we are back. We are back. We are back. And we're happy to be back. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, we got our...
And man, one thing he's going to do is going to, every Saturday, every Friday night, he's going to rep this merch until it sells out. So he got no more left. So the samples that he has in his house is gonna be sold out too.
No, everything gotta go, guys. I'm telling you guys gotta buy everything. But I want to say a huge thank you to those that's already bought and pre-ordered. You know, a lot of orders have been coming in. Some people have ordered 6, 7, 10, 12. Not gonna name any names. But, you know, some people have been ordering like crazy. I appreciate it, though.
Trying to figure out where they get this money from.
I don't know, but I appreciate it. But nonetheless, we're happy to be here. So we're back. We're happy to be back. We're happy to be back. Guys, please make sure, as you guys know, December 20th is a big day for us.
It's a big day.
Breaking Christian Silence goes live. Breaking Christian Silence goes live. Our very first
a live audience.
Live audience. Well, I won't say our first live audience. We've had some audiences here, but it'll be our first public event. Our public event that's not.
And give yourself some. I keep saying this every week. Give yourself a round of applause, because if I'm a podcast watcher, Emmanuel knows this. I am a full podcast watcher. I love watching podcasts, and podcasts do not do live shows their first year into the podcast game. So I just want to say, babe, everyone that's been helping, thank you guys so much. The whole entire team. I don't want to say names, because if I say one name and I forget another, on jalousie. I don't want to create any jealousy. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been helping us. I may not respond to all the chats, because it may have got me in like 1,500 chats. And I be at work so confused, even home so confused. But yes. Yeah.
It takes time, but we're trying to get somewhere, guys. We're trying to get somewhere. We're trying our best to get somewhere. Like I tell my wife all the time, if I'm gonna do something, I gotta do it as best as I possibly can. I don't really know what it means to half anything or to stop midway. I just want to make sure that we get to the end and that we do it well. And especially, like I said, I understand that this is a more relaxed environment, laughing, joking, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, I still consider this part of doing God's work. So considering that we're doing God's work, I want to do whatever it is that we're doing for God. I want to do it well, right? I want to do it well, and God deserves the best that we can give. So again, thanks again for every single person that's pitched in. Like my wife said, you guys will meet the team. If you come December 20th, you'll meet the team. You'll see everybody that's been working behind the scenes outside of the people that you may already know. Obviously, you already know our PR chair that's relentlessly posting in the chat. You know the guys that made you laugh, the Christian Drewski, a.k.a. Benjamin. You know him. You know Ilebon, a.k.a. Nat. So, you guys know those people.
But there's so much more.
But there's definitely more people that's been helping. So you'll meet them. You'll see them. We'll definitely have everybody up so that you guys can see and get a gist of everyone that's working in the background. Because BCS itself, it takes a lot. It's even though what you see here, it may seem like it's easy, but behind the scenes to actually get everything up and running, there's a lot of work that's put involved. That's put in. There's a lot of hours that are put in. There's people that's doing a lot. Me personally, I could say, where I'm sitting now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm very tired. But it's been, I'm glad to say that, I'm glad to see where BCS is. If you guys are happy, that's what keeps me awake. I promise you. Because there's times I'm very tired. But like, I'm tired now. I think last night I went to sleep, I think it was like 3 a.m., 3:30, and I'm up by like 6. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit tired. But I enjoy doing this. I enjoy BCS. I think it's fun to do. And I mean, if I didn't enjoy it, I promise you, we wouldn't have even been in this setup. We would have been the same setup that you saw us.
And we've been doing this once a month.
Yeah, once a month. The same setup that you saw us in like 4 months ago. There would be no merch, right? Because that's a lot. There would have been none of that. But we enjoy what we do. We have fun with what we do. So we're having fun. So we're gonna continue to have fun. On that note, just a couple of quick announcements, and then we're gonna get started. So number one, like I said, remember December 20th. Please make sure, guys, sign up, RSVP. If you haven't already, please RSVP for the event. All of the information is not only in the chat, but it's also in the description of the video, where you can find our socials, you can find the BCS Live, the merch links, everything's in the description. And again, everything is also in the chat, courtesy of Susie. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. So definitely order. We're happy for those that have ordered, those that did. Round of applause.
So much.
I mean, like I tell you guys all the time, the proceeds are not for us. They're not coming to us. I promise you.
It's not going to get me a Chanel bag.
God has blessed us. He's blessed us. So he's allowed us, I'm not going to say we filthy rich, but God has blessed us. We're not here asking for any profits or any money. No. But we're doing this as a fundraiser, right? For BCS and also for our church. Our church that we go to, they have a building that they want to build. So all the proceeds will go to those two purposes. So definitely contribute. I've also want to mention, there are people that mention even if they don't buy or they don't have any more that they want to buy and they want to donate, you can still donate. The same Zelle that you see in the links.
Just put donation.
Just write it as a donation. The same Zelle that you see in the links, breakingchristiansilence@gmail.com. You can send all of your donations there, and we'll be more than happy. Obviously, same purpose, doesn't go to us, and you'll see firsthand. If BCS, I already have ideas for the things I want to do for BCS. If we get the funds, you'll see it. Come February, you'll see exactly what's changed. It'll be very noticeable. The things that I have in mind, you'll see it firsthand, so you can see exactly where the money that you guys send, where it goes. I'm a firm believer, especially in this time and age that we live in, where people are scamming you and frauding you and saying that you can give us the money, we'll do this, and you don't see anything. So I want you guys to make sure that you see exactly where everything is going, right? So you'll see that. Another announcement. I have to say this because there's some people out here that think they're slick. So, as you guys know, pre-order ends November 1st, 11:59 p.m. Right? Post that, like I mentioned, all prices are going up. So there are some people out here, they think they're slick. So what they did, they put in the order. They said they're not going to pay now, and they just like, I'll pay later, but at least they're going to lock in the early prices. Blah 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 blah. So there's some people think they're slick. There's some people that think they're slick, and I commend the people that did that came up with that, just because I didn't really think about it at first. So when I first saw, when people first started telling me what they're doing, I was like, okay, respect.
Cute.
I respect it. I do. But I can't let that fly. Can't let that go, man. That's just not right. So with that being said, if you put in an order and you want to make sure that you stay at the discounted prices that we have right now, if you want to make sure that you keep those same discounted prices, all payments must also be sent in before the pre-order period is done.
Yep.
So what does that mean? It means, for example, you can put in your pre-order now, right? So let's say you put it in now, and you don't want to Zelle yet, right? Or you don't have the cash, you don't want to give in the cash yet, that's fine. The prices will remain the same up until the pre-order is done. So let's say, for example, I put in a pre-order right now, right? Today is September 30th. Let's say I put in a pre-order right now, and then I decide I'm not going to Zelle yet. If you Zelle November 2nd, I don't care what the price was. Your price, you will get the new price on your orders. The new price, whatever the price will be post November 1st, that's the price that you're going to be expected to pay.
Frankie, you better be buying a sweatshirt.
Okay. Yeah, Frankie, make sure you buy merch just like Amanda did. So we're expecting you to as well.
Yeah, Amanda, harass your uncle to buy some merch.
No, definitely. So please keep that in mind, guys. If you want the discounted prices, please understand those discounted prices are only valid up until the pre-order period ends. After that, I don't care if you already put in your order. If you already put in your order, even your price will go up. And you'll get a nice little notification from our merch team, from our sales team, that will send you and say, hey, canceled. Because you decided, the order won't be canceled, but because you decided to wait too long to send the money for your order, we are letting you know that your prices are going up. Okay, that your prices are going up. So please keep that in mind. Okay? If you're paying cash, just find me. If you're paying cash and you can't find me, just send a. You're gonna see the email or the number that's on the screen. Send an email, send a text. Just let us know, and we can handle that on a case-by-case basis. That's fine. We'll handle that on a case-by-case basis. That's not a problem. if you're paying cash. All right. So just wanted to say that. And then last but not least, before we get started, again, I want to say a happy. Wait, how much will it be on the what? Can you scroll up? The heart is blocking it. The heart is blocking it. On what? On Tuesday. What do you mean Tuesday? Like, I'm so confused. Like this Tuesday? Like today? Like I don't understand. But which Tuesday? Like today? Today's Tuesday. Today November 1st. Saturday. So just let me know, because I don't think I'm not completely following, but let me know what you mean by that. November 2nd, you'll find out when the prices are released. I'm not going to mention that now. Just know that the prices are going up. November 2nd, prices are going up. So I won't tell you how much. Just make sure that you order and you won't have any problems. Okay? All right. So I think that's all we had. I also do want to say, since today is the last Tuesday of September, happy birthday to everyone that celebrated.
Happy birthday to all the September babies.
Everyone that celebrated their birthdays in September, happy birthday to you.
Especially the twins. Happy birthday, Elizabeth and Esther. Woohoo!
Yeah, definitely want to say a happy birthday to my sisters. May God bless you guys. You know, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. So I definitely want to say a very, very special happy birthday to you both. I know they celebrated yesterday. Now you guys are officially independent as per the country's guidelines. So have fun paying your own insurance.
Yeah, facts. I don't know what that feels like, but cheers to y'all.
So nonetheless, happy birthday to you all. Happy birthday to you all. Yes, my sisters, they are twins. They are very much so twins. They were celebrated yesterday. And now they're officially no longer allowed to be a dependent of their parents.
I was forgetting that there are twins. So like it's their birthday, because they don't look nothing alike.
But nonetheless, I we love you guys. Love you guys very much so.
Yes,
love you guys.
So popped out two of them at the same time. Well, not really at the same time, but you know. Yeah. Kudos to her.
All right. So with that said, we'll get started. Let's dive in. Obviously, we're going to pray first, and then we will... You're doing the most. We're probably going to have to wait for her to finish her stuff.
My crack.
I never understand when people got drink like that. That never makes sense to me.
Remember that? I won't say it here because I don't know who watches your stuff.
The whole world got to know.
It's very good.
You could tell because the way she drunk. I never understand. That.
I'm taking in all the flavor.
That doesn't help you taking the flavor.
Yes, it does.
No,
you should try it one day.
I had an answer to that, but we're on live, so I'll be quiet.
Ooh.
Anyway, let's pray so we can start. God, we thank you, we worship you, we honor you. We give you all the praise and all the glory that you so rightfully deserve. We thank you once again for giving us an opportunity to come before you. And we ask you, Lord God, as we're about to dive in, to take control, to take the reins, take first place. None of us, but all of you, God. Just have your way. Let your name be praised, let your name be glorified. In your Holy Son's precious name we pray. Amen and amen and amen. All right, so let's begin today's episode.
Hi, Elon. Make sure that you're buying merch. Kevin, what's up?
So we're gonna start today's episode, guys, with a topic. Obviously, this is the way we're trying to start. Every week we come with a topic, discuss the topic, and then obviously if you guys have questions, we'll dive into the questions. And obviously, if you guys have scenarios, we always encourage you to send us scenarios. You know, we love the scenarios, so definitely send in your scenarios.
Especially me, because I'm nosy.
We love the scenarios, real, preferably real, because some of the scenarios are clearly fake.
It's okay if it's fake though.
Well, not really, because somebody last week was talking about someone breaking people's windshield and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, not that.
Like
Not that type of fake, but like
that was like a
I
drag.
mean, use your imagination in a good way, but don't make it seem like it's a Tyler Perry movie because we don't got time for that.
Yeah, that's a bit much. But we do have a nice topic that we want to talk about today. And guys, please make sure you guys share the live. Do definitely share the live. I feel like we haven't spoken about that in a long time.
Yeah, share the live. And maybe you don't like me talking about this no more, but we are still on the road to 1,000. So make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel. I do not care if we changing channels in December. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 1,000. I'm trying to understand why we not even at 700. What's going on, y'all? We got 640. We struggling.
No, we've definitely been in the 600s for a while. So definitely, guys, share the channel, share the page. And if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to all of our social medias, to TikTok, to Instagram, and the new YouTube channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you subscribe. We want to make sure, please, guys, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. There's several people I haven't seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to start shouting out names, but you know, there's a lot of people we haven't seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely share the channel, and share all of the medias, the social media platforms. You're gonna get all of the updates live there, all the shorts, everything going up there. So definitely,
the shorts be funny.
Yeah, make sure that you guys are on the socials. Get on the socials. They're fun. They're worth it. All right. But yeah, let's start. So today we have a topic that we want to discuss. Like we said, I know we're doing a lot of stuff about relationships. We're going to keep talking about it just because, you know, we're especially considering that's what we're building up to in December 20th. So it definitely makes the most sense.
We're in the thick of it now.
Fledlin, great to see you.
Yes.
Make sure, we would love to see if you, make sure you follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, you and your kids. I'm very sure Abigail, and I forgot your son's name, has social media.
Elijah or Eli, I think.
I forget.
It starts with the E though. I
can definitely follow the socials and make sure. I know you may not be able to make it to December 20th, but you know the merch is always available.
Send a little donation
if you can. You know,
I don't know if she can get the merch because you're not doing like shit.
If you need merch, just reach out to me offline. We'll figure that out.
Okay. Period. I love that for you.
Nah, we're not. Nah.
Okay, I love that for you, baby.
So, but yeah, so let's dive in. You'll find all the links if you scroll up in the chat. You'll find all the links. You'll find it. Again, we always accept all donations, but listen. As much as I love donations, I definitely want people to actually buy the merch. Like it helps us advertise and get the name out there.
Mm-hmm.
It helps us advertise and get the name out there. But definitely, if you're unable to get the merch or don't want the merch, then donations are fine. But I prefer people actually get the merch. But definitely, like I said, follow us on socials. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. As you can see, everything on the screen. We'll love to have it. And the links are in the chat. Susie has been nice enough to keep posting, so definitely follow. But anyway, let's get started for today. So we have a topic that we want to talk about, which is probably, I don't want to say, it's not controversial, but it's kind of, I guess, an oxymoron in a sense, because we've been talking about relationships. What?
Why did the prices go up from 50 to 75? What is he talking about?
Oh, we already have a question. All right, so I'll handle that for after. The prices that are in the merch, they're in the links. They haven't changed. They've been the same since they first got dropped. So no prices have changed yet. All right, they've been the same prices for the past week. They have not changed.
Mm-hmm.
But let's start. So I know we're talking about we've been talking about relationships, but I feel like there is one very underestimated aspect of relationships that people don't like to talk about or people don't like to focus on.
I wouldn't say part of relationship, but a season of your life that you probably should focus on.
I would also say part of your relationship too.
Okay.
Because I do feel like, I mean, we can talk about it for sure, but I do think it's also the part of the relationship, but definitely even, like my wife said, definitely a season that's worth talking about. Today we want to talk a little bit about that thing called being single, right?
The season of
The
singleness.
season of singleness, being single, right? I understand that we're here talking about relationships, and relationships
Everybody
are
want to
great.
get married. Everybody want to have a ring, and we want to have a wedding day. Everybody want to have, a man, so they can be like my man, my man, my man. Everyone want to have a wife to be like my wife, my wife, my wife. But nobody want to be single.
No, we're going to talk. I do want to take a moment to talk a little bit about being single. I want to talk about being single, and I think being single is important. It's an important thing to talk about, just because of the fact that I think people need to remember something, right? When you get married and you become a couple, do remember it's two individuals that came together. So in other words, if both individuals are not good at being individuals, then even when it comes to the point of becoming a collective, you'll either drag yourselves down, weigh yourselves down, hurt each other, blah, blah, blah. I know a lot of people have heard the expression that the sum is greater than the total is greater than the sum of the parts. That's what you should strive for in a relationship, where ultimately the collective is not just the sum of your parts, but it is it's more than that. Mm-hmm. So we're going to spend some time, and I think we're going to start. I do want to start with a little bit of self-reflection for myself, and then we'll dive into that topic of singleness.
I don't got too much self-reflection, baby. I'm gonna let you go with this one.
So we're going to talk about singleness. Singleness, like I said, it's important. It's very, very important. Guys, make sure. I understand everybody likes to order, but you could do a little bit of focusing too. It's all right.
Or put your thing on Do Not Disturb, baby.
No, everybody ordering is good.
No,
so I could call people out.
Put your thing on Do Not Disturb, because I want you to be focused on me.
I know you're not talking. I know you're not talking.
My phone's on Do Not Disturb.
I know you're not talking. Don't let me come for you.
Okay.
So I just want to, we're going to talk, like I said, singleness. And like I said, a lot of people may question, why is that important? No, being single is important. Being single is actually a very important season. And this is why, like I said, a lot of times relationships don't strive. Relationships don't work out. The reason is because, again, when you were single, you didn't do what you should have done as a single person. And this is why, personally, another argument why I would say that, relationships are not something, dating is not beneficial for you, because you can't work on your singleness if you're always dating, right? It's impossible to work on being single. It's impossible to work on yourself if you're always dating, right? Because whether we like to believe it or not, relationships change you.
Or talking to someone, or because there's so many different stages nowadays, so you got to be clear, babes.
Nowadays, people like to think of, I'm dating, I'm courting, I'm pursuing, I'm talking, I'm this, I'm that. Job. But ultimately, no matter what, we need to talk about it. So we're going to spend today talking about, at least for the first hour, let's talk about being single. Let's talk about being single. Why is that important? And it's important, and why does the Bible make it look important? And also understanding that it actually is something that you need to do well if you want to have a healthy marriage. Mm-hmm. If you want to have a healthy marriage, you have to pass the single season well. Like, that has to be done well. And I do want to also say that as much as God has his own timing, understand something. You don't want to mess up the seasons when God gives them to you, right? A lot of times we skip out on a season. Mm-hmm. We skip a season. We want to just dive right into what we want. Mm-hmm. But we have to understand, when you are serving God, every season has its importance, has its value.
Ordained beginning and ordained end.
Yes. And it's important to understand that even when you are in a relation, when you are single, don't force a relationship. Don't force a relationship. Nowadays, a lot of people are getting in relationships either prematurely, too early, or just for the fun of it, right? And I
fear,
think that
the fear of being
people,
alone
no,
is a real thing.
yeah, people definitely need to keep in mind that, you know, relationships, they're beautiful, they are, but they require work, guys. Relationships require work, and they require a certain level of preparation. So I just want to share this little self-reflection. Let's practice what we mentioned 2 weeks ago, right? We're gonna be a bit vulnerable.
Ooh.
And we're gonna talk about I'm gonna spit a little bit about myself, right?
Okay, I love this because the people don't know. Go ahead, baby.
I'm sorry for my wife's behavior, guys. I apologize.
I don't really have much to say about this topic, so
I don't think that's true.
Okay.
I don't think that's true. I think you don't.
I guess it's agree to disagree.
You don't want to say a lot about the topic.
I don't have much to say about the topic because I got into a relationship when I was 20 years old. So what season of singleness did I have? I didn't have a season of singleness.
You had a 20-year period of singleness.
Babe, I was a child. Like
no. And that's the thing, though. That's the thing. You see, I wasn't gonna start there. I was gonna start somewhere else. But we could talk about that, right?
Okay.
I think ultimately, at the end of the day, I understand that God found you at the time that He found you. But ultimately, if God found you at the time that He found you, He wouldn't have put you in a season to be with somebody if He didn't feel like there was a time that you still had to go through a sort of preparation no matter what. Mm-hmm. You may not have realized the preparation. And this is why, for example, your mother likes to say this, right? Marcher tout sauvé. It's the same thing with a relationship. You want to be in when you're serving God. I understand when you're serving God, you have to understand that you, as a Christian, and this is why this is part of singleness. When you are in your period of singleness, and if you do want to be able to have a Christian marriage, the preparation for a Christian marriage doesn't have a start. Mm-hmm. It starts from the time you were born. The time you were born, it's like, for example, when they say if you want to be a doctor, preparation for being a doctor doesn't start in med school. Mm-hmm. It doesn't start in college. Mm-hmm. Heck, it doesn't even start in high school. Mm-hmm. Doesn't even start in middle school. Mm-hmm. That starts very young. Right. Because people understand that you can't become a doctor overnight. Yeah. You can't become a good wife or a good husband overnight. Those things, your preparation starts from very, very young. We may not acknowledge that we're preparing for that moment. We may not even notice that we're preparing for that moment. But from the very jump, you are in a preparation season. Okay. Even for you, for me. And I mean, like you said, a woman is not supposed to be pursuing the man. The man's supposed to be pursuing you. So if the man is the one that's pursuing you, if the man's the one that's pursuing the woman, how does the woman know her timing? Mm. Right? You don't specifically know your timing. You don't know if it's 20. You don't know if it's 30. You don't know if it's 45. Mm-hmm. But you have to always be ready. You never know, right? Mm-hmm. So I won't say you don't have a lot to say. I think that's not true. I think you have a lot that you can say, a lot that you can advise, a lot that you can give, because everybody, quite frankly, everybody wants to know.
No one wants to know.
One and true. I don't know your actual name, but great to see you. Make sure you follow us on all our socials. Brian, good job. You're inviting people. Good job. But make sure you follow us on all our socials. We got TikTok. We got Instagram. I know you got something, so follow us. Breaking Christian Silence. You'll follow us. We want to see you. Mm-hmm. Once you follow us on the socials, you get all the updates, you get all the shorts, you get all the times, all the availability. Just follow.
And let us know your name.
Yeah, your actual name, because I'm assuming that your mom did not name you one and true. So. But anyway, let's do a little quick. I want to do a little quick thing. A little quick.
This is a little vulnerability chat.
Let's do this real quick.
Go ahead, baby.
I'm married today, guys. I'm sitting before you, a married man. You know, I have a lovely wife, beautiful wife. We thank God for the woman that God gave me, right? I will honestly say that I don't think I did well in my single period. Ooh. I don't think I did. And this is why I'm talking to you about it, because I'm seeing on the other side of the fence the things that could have been different had I would have prepared better. I'm sitting on the other side of the fence. What side of the fence am I on now? I'm on the married side of the fence. There was a time I was on your side of the fence. I was on, well, not everyone that's watching, but some of you guys that are watching, I was on your side, the single side, which is why when I hear a lot of you guys You guys say best friend? Respect. All right, Brian. Some Brian got best friend.
I didn't even know that.
Is that Adrian?
Yeah.
All right, Adrian, follow us on the socials. But I'll also say, if you're Brian's best friend, make sure Brian talks to you about second date guaranteed. All right. But anyway, I would honestly say I don't think I did well in that part. And for all of you young people, especially the ones that know me, those that are in the youth group, those that I am your leader, your pastor, one of the things I always tell you, for example, is that I want to make sure, you guys always know that like a lot of you want to come to me and ask me for approvals if the guy's for you, if the girl's for you. And I always say this all the time. If you come to me after you started dating, I'm not telling you a thing. I'm not telling you a thing. If you come to me after you started dating, I'm going to tell you do whatever the heck you want. And I have a reason for that. I have a very good reason for that. Where I stand right now, I'm not going to put it on YouTube because it's not a YouTube-worthy reason. But when I do it, when we talk, face-to-face, I'll tell you. But like I said, I'm on the other side of the fence, so there are a lot of things that I've come to see and come to learn as part of my time of being married, right? I can honestly say, like I said, I don't feel like I passed that part of my life well, right? I was very I was of the mindset that marriage will fix all my issues, right? I was on the mindset that once I get married, I'm never going to be alone again. I'm going to have somebody to be there. Obviously, we all know that 3-letter word. We don't got to talk about it. I thought marriage was...
What 3-letter word?
Sex.
Oh.
What? I thought marriage was gonna fix everything for me. I was sadly mistaken. When I say I was sadly mistaken, I was sadly mistaken. And I want to be clear. None of this is to say anything bad about my wife. No, I'm talking about me, myself, as a man, right? I do feel like there was a lot that I should have done that I did not do. There was a lot that I should have done that I did not do. And things that could have made my married life better and easier. And this is why I want to take this moment for us to talk about being single. Because me sitting here, I can say that if I could go back in time, there are definitely things that I would have done differently, things that I would have changed. And I'm going to give you guys this real short testimony, and then we'll start, right? So I remember I was about 18-ish, right? And I'm 17, 18, somewhere around there. And I really wanted to get, I really wanted my person at the time. At the time, I wasn't really looking to be in a relationship. I just wanted a friend. And I felt like every friend that I had, I was losing. And I was like, God, it seems like the only friend that I think I'm going to be able to keep around is whoever it is that you have for me. So I just want that person around because I want to be friends with someone. I want to. So I remember, I'll never forget this. I was reading the Bible. And as I was reading the Bible, I still remember the passage. I'm not going to put the passage up, but I remember I was reading this passage. And as I was reading this passage was talking about, it mentioned a 20-year thing, right? This thing about 20 years. Okay? So I wanted to talk about there was a thing about 20 years, and I remember it very well. And I remember God was like, I can make this happen for you when you hit 20. I was like, all right, cool. So, I'm excited, I'm happy, blah, blah, blah. And then I remember it was about a good 2 to 3 year period, right? And I'm sitting here and all I could think about is, I'm about to get this girl, I can't wait, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And then 20 hit. And I'll never forget, 20 hit. Guys, I tell you, I kid you not, first prayer I made, I said, God, remember what you said? It's time.
On your birthday?
I was very clear. I was on my birthday. I'm like, God, it's the time. I need the girl now because you told me 20.
20 came and went.
20 came, 20 went. Nothing. I was like, there's no way. So I remember, like I said, the temple that I go to, they're having a 40 days. And a pastor was preaching, my wife's cousin actually, was preaching, and he stopped the sermon dead in the track. He looked at me. He said, God just showed me who your wife is. I was like, that's great. But he didn't show me, so I really don't care what he showed you. And he's like, nah, God showed me who your wife is. God showed me who your wife is, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, my God. All right, I get it, but I want to know who she is. And then he started on the mic. He was going crazy. He was like, oh, yeah. They were like, can she cook? Yeah, she can cook. She was like, oh, she's going to have this person's spirit, everything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, cool. But I'm like, God, I want to know for myself, who is the person, right? Kev, you're doing your job, man. Appreciate you. I just want to finish this thought, then I'm going to greet everybody that joined. So then I remember I was at God's feet. I'm like, God, I need to know who this person is. 2 days later, the pastor came up to me and said, I need to speak to you. I said, okay. And then when they called me to the side, they said, God told me to give you a message. I said, what's the message? They said, God told me to tell you that you're bothering him too much about this woman. And I said, bothering? What are you talking about? He's like, no, God said, no, you're bothering me too much. We need to fix that. This is what you're going to do. God is going to give you, and this obviously is leading into our singleness, God is going to give you a glimpse of your person. And then you're going to take a year to prepare. A year to prepare. And then after that year, you'll meet the person. And I was like, man, when I tell you I went home and I was pissed, hey, I was pissed. I'm like, there's no way. I'm waiting for 20. Now God tell me I got to wait a whole nother 12 months. I was like, fine. So I remember I spent the whole 12 months like literally just counting days down. Counting days, crossing days out on the calendar, waiting. And effectively enough, I got my glimpse. I'll never forget I had a dream and I got a glimpse of the person, but I didn't see the person's face. No, I lied. Well, okay, let me make you guys laugh a little bit. I saw her body and she was thick. I was like, all right, cool. I'll never forget that. I saw her body in the dream. I saw her body. I didn't see the face well. I saw the body and the girl was thick. I was like, all right. But then I remember I was looking up and when I saw the face, I was a bit taken aback because I'm like, hold up, is that really for me? But I saw the body and the body was bodying. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right. But the face, I'm looking up, I'm like, God is, I'm confused. I'm really confused. So I had the glimpse. So
did you see the face?
I kind of saw the face, but I don't know how to say this. It was the face of in the dream. I knew it was someone that I didn't think I would really want to be with at first. Okay. But I saw the body, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And I saw the body from the front.
I was going to say something inappropriate.
Stop. I saw the body from the front. And that's why I tell people all the time, even when you thick, you can see it from the front. And I saw the girl was thick from the front. I seen it. I mean, you guys know my wife, so I don't got to tell you anything else. So year time went by. And as the year went by, I never forget. I was walking home from a gala.
Yo, what is wrong? I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. What is wrong with Oren, bro?
I'm not even paying attention to Oren. It was a gala. And I remember I was walking home from a gala and I just turned 21 and I'm praying to God. I'm like, God, remember what you said? No, the person also told me I'm going to meet my woman in God's house, in the house of God, right? I remember that too. So then I'm like, all right, God. So now imagine me, every time I'm going to church or to the temple, I'm dressing up. I don't even hear a sermon. I'm just looking left and right, being like, where's the person? And I remember this day like it was yesterday. It passed by, nothing happened. And I remember I'm in the kitchen at my house. Obviously, I wasn't married yet, so I was still with my mom. And my mom and I were talking at the bottom. And I don't know if you guys ever had this moment where God just answers you right then and there. So God just answered me while I'm speaking to my mother, and I don't know what happened. It's like God started speaking through me. But as he's speaking through me, it's like he's speaking to me. Through me, but to me. And then it was like, I was telling myself, I'm like, no, the reason why you never got your person is because the moment when I told you to take a year to prepare, you didn't prepare. So you were never ready. So I never gave you a person. And that just made me stop dead. And then after that was at 21. I don't got to tell you guys, I didn't meet my woman, obviously, till I got to 24.
That's not so bad, babe, in retrospect. You got married pretty early.
I just realized at the time, God told me, he was like, you didn't take your time to prepare properly. And this is why I want to take a moment and we're going to talk about being single. Mm-hmm. Being single, why is that important? Now, before I dive in, I do want to say hi to everybody that joined. Oren, I don't know what you're doing here.
Yo, Oren is wild.
Oren is wild. Who else is here? I don't see.
There was one person that Kevin invited.
Esther and Tingley. I hope I got those names right. Great to see you. Please make sure you follow the socials. Follow the socials. Yes, follow Instagram, TikTok. Kev, make sure as you sending the people the YouTube link, also send them the socials as well. Follow us on Instagram. Sure you guys follow us on TikTok.
Join us on December 20th if you enjoy this live.
Definitely. If you enjoy this live, we're having a live podcast December 20th. We would love to see you. Hopefully, Kevin will invite you guys, Eventbrite and everything. Yeah. But make sure that you guys, follow the socials. We'd love to see you follow the socials. Oren, for all the chatting that you do in the chat, make sure you follow the socials, bro.
The thing is, it's like Oren is saying this, but he's not really listening to what you said, because if he really listened to what you said, that's not what he'd be putting in the chat.
It's all right. It's all right. So, with that said, let's take a moment, guys. Let's talk about being single. Let's talk about being single.
Oh, I had a question for you, but okay.
It seems like we have multiple questions.
I have a question for you. Because I want to do an interview.
You want to do an interview?
Yeah, I want to put my Oprah Winfrey hat on for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
At the moment that I feel like the question's a trap, I'm telling you right now, I'm not answering.
It's not a trap, baby.
I'm just letting you know.
It's never a trap.
I'm listening.
Look me nice.
If I find a question to be suspect, I'm not answering. I'm telling you that now.
I just have one question.
Go ahead.
Because you mentioned that you're talking to Mike. You mentioned that.
Sorry, before you go.
Sorry, go ahead.
Esther, please. Esther, great to see you. Great to see you. We're glad that you joined. We hope that you enjoyed today's podcast. Again, like I said, if you can join us, we're going to have a live podcast December 20th. We'd love to see you. But for more information, definitely follow us. If you have Instagram, if you have TikTok, same name, Breaking Christian Silence. Come and give us a follow. You'll get all the updates there.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah,
Thank
go
you,
ahead,
Susie. Yeah, you mentioned in your, like when you were giving a little vulnerability chat, you mentioned that there are things that you felt like and I don't know if you're going to discuss this, but there are things that you feel looking back that you didn't properly prepare for. What are those things?
No, we definitely going to discuss those. I'm definitely going to talk about that.
Because I feel like you just told a little bit, but I was like waiting for you to say like, okay, these are the things that I felt like these were things that I lacked. These are things that I wish that I worked on. Like these things. Purchase, Oren.
All right, Oren, if you like the hoodie, purchase it, bro. It's for sale.
So.
No, we're definitely gonna talk about that.
Okay, all right.
I just want to give a little intro story into the.
I really like that story.
Into the segment because I feel like I can relate a lot to being single. I didn't know that
you had. I feel like you told me this dream, but you never told me.
No, I don't think I ever told you the dream.
You told me that dream, but I feel like you never told me the particulars.
Nah, so yeah, Susie, give Oren the link. Oren, just follow me on TikTok and Instagram, bro. Then you're gonna get everything that you're looking for. Follow me. But yeah, so being single is important. So why is being single important? The first thing I want you guys to know, God created you single with the intention to get married.
Right.
He didn't create you married with the intention to stay married. Right? He created you single. He created you as an individual with the intention of you eventually coming together with somebody, right? He created you single. God did not create you married.
Right.
He created you single. If he created you single, it's because he realizes that you have things that you need to do while single.
Mm-hmm.
If he wanted you to be married from birth, he would have done that.
Yeah, he would have pulled the Adam and Eve.
Yeah, he would have done that. But if he created you single first, that's because he knows that you're single, that your moment of being single has value.
Mm-hmm.
There is value in that period. Adam and Eve, like my wife said, I don't know what's good.
Go ahead, baby.
Nah, Susie said I gotta wait because Susie said you gotta do the candle.
You gotta set the vibes.
Go ahead, take your time. It's good.
Is it lit? And when I say lit, babe, I'm not meaning like.
I know.
Is it?
I know. Right.
I know you gonna come for me.
So being single is important. When God created Adam and Eve, he could have created Adam and Eve at the same time. He did not. He created Adam. Adam had time to do stuff before Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When you look at the story, for example, of Isaac,
Mm-hmm.
right? Isaac married Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac wasn't born with Rachel, right? When you look at Jacob worked for 14 years.
Jacob had to put that work in.
Jacob worked for 14 years and then another 7 for his father-in-law that was being vicious.
Yeah, he had to put that. He had to put the work in both ways.
Yeah, he had to. It took a lot, so that took some time. So that's another thing that you have to think about, right? All of this is to show, biblically speaking, that God knew that your single time is important.
Mm-hmm.
It's important, right? Now, when you think of being single, you may think that the only importance behind it is just quote unquote preparation. But it's not necessarily just a matter of preparing to be with someone. And I don't want us to think about singleness as a time to prepare to be married. I want you to think of singleness as a time to prepare to be a better you.
Woo.
Right? Because if you think of being single as just a time of preparing to be married, then the whole preparation that you're doing during your singleness period is going to be messed up. Because you're going to do it with just, oh, I want to be married, I want to be married, I want to be married, I want to be married. So then, and that's what happens. For example, when you think of being single as a time to prepare to just be married, you focus on things that people think attribute to a good marriage. So what does that mean? As a woman, if all you think about is being single as a preparation to be married, all you go think about is I got to learn how to cook.
Mm-hmm. I got to learn how to cook.
I got to learn how to clean, right?
I got to learn how to clean. I got to learn how to decorate. I got to learn how to be a good wife.
That's what you go think about. Now, are those bad things? No, they're not bad. I want to be very clear. They're not bad. But at the end of the day, being a great woman is not done behind the stove. Being a great woman is not done with a broom in hand, with a maid outfit on. Right?
I mean, I could put that on if you want me to, baby.
I told you the maid outfit, babe, that's for after. I'm already not happy with the dress that you put on tonight because every time I see you get up, it makes me want to do things to you.
Listen, I am covered.
No, you covered it with that blanket, but once you take that blanket off.
But I'm not showing anybody anything because I'm covered.
Exactly, but I can't talk about myself when I saw you get up to go and do what you did over there.
I needed to get coffee.
No, not when you went to go get coffee. I'm talking about when the camera's on me and you went to go turn that thing on over there. And then I'm sitting here and I'm watching you walking and I'm looking at that dress. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Focus. Thank you, Susie. Like, where's Benjamin? All right, next we got to get Benjamin on the podcast because
I'm sorry, guys. We gonna give you it as it is, right? We breaking Christian silence. I'm a married man. All right, you guys don't want me to be act married. I am married.
Because Yvonne just said she don't like that name that you got on my phone. It's inappropriate.
You want to talk about that name too? No, we have to talk about that name.
Yo, she's like the sales will see this name on here. I'm like, I had that name on my phone for years. Like,
listen.
My mom seen that name. Your mom see that name. I hope your father never see that name on your phone. I'm just not gonna lie, because your father see that name.
And you know he watches from time to time, right? So if he's hearing you saying right now,
I'm not gonna mention the name. I'm not gonna say what the name is.
Okay.
Yeah, Athar. I'm not gonna talk about it. But Athar probably knows because she be looking. She just don't say nothing. That's what I love about Athar. That's why you my favorite this week.
No, I think what killed me once, I'll never forget. I think I sent somebody a screenshot. And the thing was, when I sent them the screenshot, it didn't have the letters, it had the emojis. And you know, the emojis is the most recently used emojis. So those recently used emojis are the ones that I sent you the most. So somebody looked, so I sent a screenshot.
What was the recent emojis?
All of them emojis that you think that married people be sending each other. So somebody definitely checked my phone, and when I sent the screenshot, I didn't realize that I sent the emoji part. So they looked, they were like, who are you texting? They're like, oh, you're married. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm married, so I'm sorry. And I couldn't unsend the message. It was too late. But
I would unsend it because I'm easily embarrassed.
They already saw it, so I couldn't unsend it. But they were like, what amazing.
They were like, what kind of name is
bro?
Why would you name your
bro? They saw all types of emojis. They saw eggplant emojis. They saw
babe. All right, let's reel it back in.
So they saw it all.
I tell you to describe.
They saw it all. All right, my bad. But anyway, so let's go back.
Yes, Mr. CEO is his name on my phone.
That's part of the name. That's part of the name. That's part of the name. But anyway, so let's get back. But yeah, so
I remember I used to hide the name from your mom, but then you told me like she's sore, babe.
My mom is a grown married woman. I don't know what you hide.
But I was just hiding it because I was just like it's inappropriate, you know.
Listen, guys, let's be honest right now, right? Don't lie. You go to a church.
So it looks like that. I don't know these emojis. Imagine your dad said her those emojis. She got no idea what he's saying.
Listen, guys, just be happy that you can see a married couple being married and being happy and enjoying themselves. What you see is what you get.
But I could put that maid outfit on.
I don't want the maid outfit. I just want to see that dress without the blanket again. But I need to see it from the back. So, because that I'm not gonna lie. Is I mean, God bless you, man. I'll give you everything back there.
Okay, thank you.
You're a dump truck.
Let's continue. Eat your vegetables, guys.
But anyway, yeah, guys. So, being single, like I said, I want us to think about when you are single. The mindset of preparing while you are single is not to prep for marriage. It's to prep to be the best you that you can be. Be the best you, not be the best wife of someone else. That's because your whole value, and I also want to say not because I don't want to think it's just women, but also for men as well, right? Mom, don't call me Pastor Emmanuel. That just sounds weird.
Really?
If my mom calls me that on a mic, I can understand. But outside of the temple or church, it doesn't make any sense.
I should never call you Pastor Emmanuel.
No. You should call me exactly the name you have in my phone. That's what you should call me. That's exactly what you should call me.
On the mic, I should call you Pastor Emmanuel.
On the mic, sure, but not here. I told you, my pastor had stayed at the temple, stayed at church. Once I'm home, once the suit comes off, that's it.
You're funny.
All right, okay. Anyway, this is where we need Benjamin because Benjamin helps keeps us on track.
Yeah, we gotta get Benjamin come in. Because we said once a month we're gonna have to have.
All right, so in October we definitely have to have a live audience, right? Audience. That's fine. We'll work on that. Yeah. So,
Anne is disturbed, so let's get back to business.
So, ultimately, you want to work on being the best you because you don't want to work on being the best spouse of someone, right? You want to work on being the best you. Being the best you means what? It means you are happy with you. You're happy with who you are. You're satisfied with who you are, right? You establish who you are, right? Marriage will come. Guys, marriage will come. And like I said, I don't want any of us to sit here and keep making this prayer of I gotta get married, God send me my person, God send me my person. Because the truth of the matter is the things that most of us ask God for in a person, we don't have ourselves. Right? You want a man that's 6'5", dark skinned, this
350K.
All of this, but yet you're still in school with not a dime to your name. How does that make sense?
We want those big flowers.
You want somebody that's going to wine and dine you, but your credit's not even 500. Like, how are you guys going to do that? I feel like a lot of times we are not the people that we want in someone else, right? And this is why a lot of times a lot of marriages fail, because people use marriage as the preparation time.
I just had a revelation while you just talking. And I think that this is something that you said that's so important, and I'm so sorry, my love, for cutting you off. But you are preparing for a lifetime with a human being. But outside of just preparing, you are preparing to be a mother. And you are and marriage is a ministry. Whether you are like us and pastor wife, you are ministering through your marriage in that season. And people are looking at you, regardless of the fact that you are on the podium every Sunday, regardless of the fact of where you are. People are being ministered through your love, through your marriage, through your children. And God is preparing you for that season. And in order to be prepared, you have to be able to know how to have open communication with someone, outside of just being an open communicator with your spouse, but just being a good friend, being a good person is just such an important thing. And I just wanted to put that out there, because I'm just thinking, like, man, like, a lot of the times people don't understand that outside of just being, okay, this is like this is the ultimate goal, is to be married, which is like such a false altitude of life, because of the fact that when you get married, that's really just the beginning of forever. And honestly, your life is a ministry, right? Like, people look at Emmanuel and I and how we portray each other outside, like in ministry, at the temple, at church, is ministering to them. This is our ministry. Us talking on this podcast is a part of our ministry. And God may not have you in a grand scheme of a big podcast and church and all that stuff like that, but just you walking in the street with your husband and your child is ministering to someone else and seeing God's love through you. So I think that people just need to really think about that in their singleness. It's not just about preparing yourself to be a wife, preparing yourself to be a husband, but it's preparing yourself to be able to be a minister unto others. And I think that that's something that may hit your head.
Yeah, I feel like I think people's view on marriage is very simplistic. It's very, very simplistic. And like my wife said, you will hold multiple hats as part of being someone that's married. So during your time of being single, during your time of being by yourself, there is work that needs to be done. Mm-hmm. Right? All types of work. Finance work, emotional work, mental work, spiritual work. There's a lot of different things that you guys need to do before you enter into marriage. Because I'm going to be very honest. If you don't handle your singleness properly, a lot of the issues that you will face in marriage will probably be because of you. Mm. Right? It probably will be because of you. The habits that you build while you are single are important. They will make their way into your marriage.
They will build it or cause it to fumble.
Yeah, it's like you have to know, while you are single, your foundation that you build while you're single is important. Yep. Okay? So let me give you guys an example, at least a personal example, our example, right? I remember there was a time that we're like in a prayer service, and my wife was saying, they were asking us, they were praying for us before we got married, and my wife was speaking, and they were asking, what do you want? Like, what are your prayer requests, right? And then one of the things my wife said, she said, and I remember this like it was yesterday. She was like, I want to make sure that the God that my husband serves becomes my God as well. And when she said that at the time, and as you can see clearly, if I remember this, 4 years later, it hit me. That hit me hard. And the reason it hit me hard is because you can only say that to someone if you trust them. Mm-hmm. And again, that can only be done assuming that the foundation was already set well. Mm-hmm. Right? My wife decided that she felt she could trust the way I serve God and the God that I serve, and says, "No, I'm willing to submit to your spiritual lead." Mm-hmm. But again, that can only happen because of the fact that while my spiritual foundation wasn't set after I got married. That happened pre. Mm-hmm. And this is why, for example, a lot of men are bad leaders. You're trying to build your first foundation with your wife. Your first foundation should have been built before you got married. Like, there should be certain foundational elements in your life that you should have pre-getting with someone. When you get with someone, you guys should be taking what you guys have individually, putting it together to make something together. Mm-hmm. But it shouldn't be that you guys are figuring yourselves out while married. Mm. If you're doing that, you're delaying your marriage and you're giving yourself, and this is why a lot of times people that are meant for each other can still end up divorced. Mm. And I remember we were saying this last week, just because God put you together doesn't mean that you're bound to succeed. Mm. A lot of times God put you guys together, but God still expects you guys to do the work. God still wants to make sure that you guys do the work. But the work that you have to do isn't only while you're married. When you're single, guys, what are you doing? And let's take it back. Let's even think education-wise, right? Like my wife, and I remember my wife was telling this to somebody before. You don't decide to become a doctor overnight. You don't decide to become a doctor while you're in college. Mm-hmm. Certain things you need to have from young, while you're in elementary school, right? While you're in middle school, there's certain habits that get drilled into you from young. Why? Because in order to get to the point of being a doctor, there's so much that goes into it. If you skipped a season, it's going to take too much work to catch up later on. Mm. Too much work. And that's what tends to happen to a lot of single people when they get married. You did so little work during your single time. Your whole marriage is just you playing catch up. Mm. And while you're just playing catch up, think about it. What does that mean, playing catch up? It means that all you're doing is just exerting energy nonstop. And by the time you finally catch up, you're exhausted. You can't even enjoy the marriage the way you want. Think about it with a basketball game. If a team goes down 20, you're in the fourth quarter. How many times have you seen teams trailing by 20 in the fourth quarter? They get back, they tie it, they even take a lead, but they still lose. Why do they lose? Because they took so much energy to catch up. You don't have the energy to stay ahead now.
Yeah, you should have been consistent ahead.
Exactly.
At the beginning of the game.
Yeah, you don't have the energy to stay on course. So now, by the time that you want to try and do what you have to do, it's too late. Yeah. And all of this that I'm telling you, we haven't even started talking about the things that you should be doing while single. I just want you to understand the importance of being single.
The importance of singlehood. I feel like too, babe, I know that many people are probably looking at us, and a lot of the young folks that are not married, they be like, you don't know what you're talking about because you're not single. You don't understand what I'm going through, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So I feel like I hate talking about this. Like, that's why when you asked me, like, should we talk about this? Because I was a little bit hesitant because of the fact that I know that certain people, they're like, oh, you're already there. So you don't understand what it means to, like, suffer in this season anymore. Like, you don't have that reflection. Even if you do say, like, oh, yeah, you waited that time. But you, in retrospect, like, that's still young. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's still young. You got married at a pretty young age, relatively compared to, like, especially today's society. So telling someone else, like, hey, this is what you should be doing in your singleness, and this is what you should be doing. It seems like it's talking, but I'm telling you guys right now, like, there are going to be seasons in your marriage where your faith, your life will be tested, and based off of the foundation that you have set prior to is going to be the ones that's going to be able to have you get through those seasons. Your lack of discipline, your lack of the consistency, these things that you should have been working on prior to getting married is going to be the thing that is going to stall your marriage. So I know that a lot of you guys are probably like, you don't understand because you're not in this season and you still got married early. But I'm telling you right now, like, you really want to get through that, because like I said before, your marriage, whether it's on a big platform, whether it's on a small platform, whether you are in the congregation and you have no position in the church, your marriage sets forth a ministry. And people are looking at how you are moving in your ministry within every single season of your life. They are seeing when you guys have it and when you guys don't. And when you guys are waiting for something, whether you guys are waiting for that house, whether you guys are waiting for that child, whether you guys are waiting for a financial breakthrough, where you guys are waiting for anything else, they are looking at you to see how much of consistency, what type of stewardship, where is your heart posture during this season in your marriage that is allowing you to be able to still tug on to God. And if you don't get that right now, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be hard times.
No, I definitely feel that way. Just quickly, first question: is there a specific age to prepare? And that's that notion that I want to dispel from our minds. I don't want us to think about, is there an age to prepare? Because again, we don't want to think about we're preparing for marriage. I want you to think that you're preparing to become the best you that you can be. And if you think of it like that, then think about it as you start preparing at the moment that you have conscious enough to know that I should be preparing to become the best person that I can be. If you have that conscious at 10 years old, great. 12 years old, great. 15 years old, great. 5 years old, great. 8 years old, great. Again, you're not preparing to be married. You're preparing to be the best version of you. The best version of you. And I want you to understand something. As you are becoming the best version of you, you will realize that you're also slowly getting ready for marriage. And I'm going to give you an example, right? I'm going to take my wife as an example. She mentioned at the very beginning of this that, she feels like she didn't have much to say because she felt like she got married young at 20. The question then becomes then...
Well, I got married at 23, but
sorry,
I see what you're saying.
We got together at 20. I apologize. Yeah, sorry. We started talking at 20 when she was 20. The question then becomes then, would God have allowed that if he felt that she couldn't handle it at that age? Would he have allowed that if he felt that she couldn't handle that at that age? If God saw that she was ready for that to happen at that age, it's because he knew that she could do it at that age, right? Now the question is, how? Why? As she said, marriage was not the thing on her mind. But what happened was, she was always seasoned to become the best Abigail. She always pushed herself to become the best version of her that she could be. And as a result, when you are doing that, you're training your mind, you're training your intellect, you're training your character, you're training your person, you're training who you are. And because you're training who you are, you don't even realize when you're ready. You don't even realize how much you've learned while you're training. I'm going to use another silly example. For those that used to watch Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, right? There's a time when Goku was a kid, they were training to become martial artists, to fight. But during their training, They never learned how to throw one punch, how to throw one kick. They never learned how to run, they didn't learn anything. So when the tournament time came around, the kids were looking at their master. They were like, hold on. You didn't train us. You didn't teach us how to punch. You didn't teach us how to kick. What are we about to do? And then because at the time they traded with like weighted vests and all that stuff. So he said, take off the vest. All right, throw a punch. And they were amazed at their strength. They were like, whoa, when did we become so good at this? He was like, I taught you all the foundational stuff. The foundational things that you are easily able to now apply to whatever situation you go through. So now, even though I didn't teach you how to punch, but I taught you how to utilize your strength. I taught you how to channel your energy. So now that when you become a martial artist, you can use those same concepts and apply it to the time of throwing a punch. So like, for example, my wife, as a woman, you're going to need to, as a woman, as a woman that is going to be someone's husband one day, for example, you need to be able to know, okay, tomorrow I'm going to be, someone else will be my leader, but at the same time, I also know that I have to be able to bring something to the table, and what is that thing that I'm going to bring? Mm-hmm. And my wife always said to herself that, you know what, I want to make sure that I'm coming I always want to make sure I am someone. I am something. I have something to me. So she's always making sure that she's bettering herself in school. Always make sure she's striving in school. The reason why I felt comfortable marrying my wife while she was in school is because I realized that she had a mentality to say to herself, come hell or high water, I'm going to finish school. Because that's a risk on my part. And like, if it's a risk, no matter what. Marrying somebody that's in school is a risk. That's a very big risk. What if they don't finish? What if they drop out?
And I was in private school, so that's another thing.
Yeah, I mean, the tuition's on you. Everything's on you now, right? Even though my wife had a full scholarship, I'm not gonna lie, the scholarship played games while she was in school. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I had to pay it out of pocket. Mm-hmm. Right? We had to do that, but I was comfortable paying for her out of pocket because I know it wasn't going towards anything bad. So ultimately,
I had that monster mentality. Like,
yeah, because I
was not playing no games. Like, I literally, I put myself through hell to get that degree. Like, Lord, I just think about that season and I'm just like, I don't know where I found that motivation, but I was so beyond motivated. Like, my mom says this all the time. She said, one thing about Abigail, when she want to do something, she's going to do it.
But and that's my point. Part of those things, but what we don't realize is those little things that you just mentioned, those don't come naturally to everyone. That drive and that ambition doesn't come naturally to everyone. There are a lot of lazy people in this world. There are a lot of people that they are okay with settling for whatever they have. Mm-hmm. And if you want to become the best you, for example, you have to be able to train yourself to have the mindset that I always want the best, that I always want was the best thing out there. And a lot of people don't have that. Like, for example, people like to have this discussion between who's better, Kobe or LeBron, right? People like to talk about that. Who's the GOAT? And I tell people all the time, for me, if I'm looking for a killer, I'm choosing Kobe.
Facts.
Why? Because at the end of the day, I don't care what you say. I don't feel that LeBron has Kobe's killer instinct.
This man was, during a final game, had a huge allegation set on him of being allegedly raping a woman. And he had that pressure on his back. And he still went out there and showed out. Like, Kobe, that is a different level of beast.
Kobe was a killer. And that's what I said. But I would always say LeBron was a much better physical acumen. Like, physically speaking, he was a beast, a monster. Like, when it came to just pure physique and athletic ability, LeBron had that over Kobe every day of the week. Mm-hmm. But if you're telling me I'm in Game 7 of an NBA Finals, who am I choosing? I'm choosing Kobe. because of the mindset. And that's the thing, again, and all of this, and like I said, we haven't even gotten into, and maybe this is going to be something we have to do over multiple weeks, because we haven't even gotten to the things that you should be preparing as you're single. I just want us to understand the importance of being single, the importance of that single season. And a lot of us, we fail, the reason why especially our generation, the reason why a lot of us fail in that singleness is because we are too obsessed with just wanting to be with someone. We just want to date. We want to play the field. But guys, the more you do that, the less time you have to work on you.
Yeah.
And by the time you get married, it's over for you.
You don't have that luxury anymore.
You don't. Okay? So at the end of the day, if you really want, because for example, any sport that you think of, if I go back to Kobe, I remember I was looking at are you serious?
Oh my.
This is where I need Oren. This is where Oren could come in handy to come and get his sister. Because that make no sense. So
these 2000 kids, they don't.
Bruh,
I'm not. Don't even respond to that,
bruh.
Because Kobe is my favorite player, y'all.
So I remember there was one of Kobe's coaches, Byron Scott, was giving an interview, and he was saying that Kobe was one of his favorite players when it came to watching him work. And he said, why? Kobe would wake up at 4 a.m. to practice, 4 to 6, go back, take a shower. He's back on the court by 8, 10 o'clock, another 2 hour, go to shower, come back, and then he's training with his team. What that's done, go back, and then he trains again. And then Byron Scott used to ask Kobe, why you train that hard? Kobe said, well, the reason why I train that hard is because if everyone else practices once and I practice 3 times, in a week, I practice 21 times and you practice 7. There's no way you can catch me. That was a mentality. At the end of the day, Kobe did the work behind the scenes so that when it came to the court, even if he didn't have the physical nature, he was still a beast. He was still a monster. He did everything the right way. Okay?
Athara has it on the TV.
So I want you guys to think about it. You becoming the best version of you is not while everyone sees you. It's while you're behind closed doors.
Yup.
You becoming the best version of you is not while you're flirting with girls left and right. It's while you're in a library studying.
Whoop, whoop.
You becoming the best version of you is not you catfishing guys on the internet by putting fake filters, by putting all of this stuff on you, putting pictures on, trying to show something that you're not, getting all the DMs, getting all the messages, getting all the likes and everything like that, and then you're entertaining it. That's not when you are making the best version of you. The best version of you is when you're sitting down, saying to yourself, I need a degree. Sitting down telling yourself, I need to be better than the person next to me. Sitting down and telling yourself, you know what, that I'm telling myself, you know what, you as a woman, do yourself a favor as a woman. Stop telling people I want a man that make 250K. Tell yourself I'm gonna make 250K.
Period.
Tell yourself that. Don't stop telling yourself I want a man that makes 300K. No, tell yourself, you know what, I'm gonna go out there and make sure I can make 300K. Because if I'm going out there and telling myself I can make 300K, because I want you to understand something, guys, and I want you guys, and I want this to marinate with you a little bit. You attract what you are. If you're going to be broke, you attracting broke. Don't expect to attract someone that makes 200K. And I'm gonna tell you this as someone that God blessed to be making a good amount of money. I'm not looking at someone that has a broke mentality and a broke bank account. I'm not looking at you. You know what I'm looking at? Someone that has the mentality to say, you know what? You give me a fish and I'm going to give you a dinner. I don't want you to give me a fish. I want you to teach me how to fish. That's the mentality that I want to see someone have. Don't sit here and tell somebody, you know what? I want to look for someone that's 300K. Get that off of your list of requirements. Tell yourself, I'm going to get out there and make 300K. Because you know what happens when you make 300K? You are inevitably going to be in certain circles. And those circles are going to be surrounded by people that make the same as you, if not more than you. And guess what? You won't even need to make a requirement of having someone that makes 300K. That's going to be the only thing you attract. Simple.
When you are working on yourself, when you are in behind closed doors and closed scenes, and you are working on yourself, and then you come out of that season of where you put the work in, you are the most attractive. Like, and I don't think people understand that. You are the most attractive when you spend that time, that season of really working on yourself, and then you find yourself that person. Like, babe, you just spoke so much facts just now. Ooh.
No,
I love you, baby.
I love you too, babe.
Cause I had to, like, guys, I just went through a 90 day of hardship. Basically, and I had to reteach myself, because I felt like I was just lacking discipline, and I had to reteach myself discipline. And people after these 90 days is like, oh my God, Abigail, you look so good. Oh my God, look at this. But like, they did not see when I had to wake up at 4:45 in the morning and go to the gym at 5:15. Like, they did not see that. Emmanuel saw that. He saw me rolling out of the bed trying to catch myself. Like, you guys have to be able to understand that season of just being by yourself and working on yourself, when they realize, man, this person is really working on themselves, they're really doing everything they can to be the betterment of themselves. When you get out of that season, everyone's gonna be attracted to you. No shade, no tea, but not everyone's attracted to this man because he worked on himself. If he did not work on himself, and he didn't speak the way he spoke, and he didn't act the way he acted, and he don't dress the way he dressed, I'm pretty sure no one would be looking his way. It is what it is. But
Work
you guys
on
sitting,
you got the result.
Exactly.
Welcome, Jasmine. I'm going to assume that Lee is Leanne. That's my guess. I'm going to assume that Leanne's the one that invited you. But welcome, Jasmine. We're glad to see you. Definitely, while you're while you're watching, you're going to see all of our socials at the bottom. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We're live every Tuesday. Once you follow us, you'll figure out when we're live. You'll see it. And also, you can speak to Leanne. She knows. But we have a live event. We'd love to see you if possible. But we're great to have you here. And you came at a great time. We're talking about being single. It's fun.
Well, we don't know if she's single or not, but...
Oh, if you're not single, then my bad. My bad. If you're not single, then my bad. I apologize. But no, I think people, like I said, guys, we underestimate the period of being single. We underestimate it. It's very important. Mm-hmm. All right? Work on your mindset. So let me give you a quick example before I start fielding questions, because I did say, like I told my wife, I'm going to touch a bit on what I felt that I regret and things that I wish I did before getting married, right? Number one of the things that I definitely wish I did, I do wish that I was a bit financially smarter while being single. Okay. I think people fail to understand the rate at which you can save money while single is not the same as when you get married. All right? You got bills, right? My expenses went from, before I got married, went from just my car note, right? Just my car note, to then being my car note, my rent, my bills, phone bill, internet bill, insurance, my wife's car note, my wife's car insurance, groceries, every day. All of a sudden, all my expenses went through the roof. Mm-hmm. So the rate at which I could have saved pre-marriage, I can't save that way now. Right? I do wish at the time while I was single, I started investing earlier. I do wish for example, I went out of the state, looked around and started looking at investment properties. Had I would have bought an investment property before getting married, it would have, first off, let's be honest, for those that follow the economy, interest rates are through the roof right now. Like, absolutely through the roof. Like, back then, I remember very well, I remember when I was doing pre-approvals for houses, I was pre-approved for more while I was single than I was pre-approved after I got married. Because the interest rate back then was so low.
And be clear, while you were single and Abigail wasn't working.
Yeah.
Now both incomes.
Yeah, now both incomes. And now even then I was pre-approved for less.
Exactly.
Because the interest rate just went through the roof. So just to show you, I had so much more buying power, flexibility that I could have used while I was single. I wish I could have done something else. I wish I could have said, you know what? Let me start making my money, having my money make money. I found a nice little property. I could have fixed it up very easily. Like I said, I was single, could have rented it out, had a full stream of income. And then by the time I get married, not only am I working, I have that income. So now while I have that income and at the time my wife wasn't while my wife wasn't working, imagine what could have been done there. We got married in 2021. My wife didn't start working until 23. Till 2023. That's 2 years. Could have went a long way. And now if you think about it, we're 4 years in, right? I knew my wife since we started talking since 2018, right? That's 7 years. So imagine how I would have bought a property while I was single. That would have could have been at least 10 years now. 10 years of having a property. Imagine the equity that could have already been built and what could have been done with that equity. Now, for example, I could have taken that equity. Not only could I have bought ourselves our own house, heck, BCS right now, I could have found money to make BCS
a bigger platform,
from the jump. So many possibilities. I just wish I had the knowledge, and I would have. Well, I don't want to say I had knowledge. I think I want to say I did know. I was exposed, but I was just too short-sighted. Again, I was just focused on. I just want to be married, right? I
think you also have to give yourself grace too, because
definitely that too.
You. Now, my man got 2 master's degrees, so I want you to give yourself some grace too, baby.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
And you paid those out of pocket.
Listen, I'm not going to say that like I said, I'm not going to say that I'm not going to say I'm frustrated with how times went. I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
You know, but am I going to sit here and not say that I could look back on my life and be like, I could have done something else? Of course.
Okay.
I definitely could have. There was a lot more I could have done, and I would have been happy to have done certain things because I think that it would have helped me out. You know, that's just a financial example. Spiritual example. I do wish there were things that, I made sure I focused on more in my prayers, because I think people underestimate. I tell people this all the time. Marriage is a institution established by God. God is spirit. So marriage has a spiritual foundation, not a physical one. It has a spiritual foundation. Marriage has a spiritual foundation, which is manifested in the physical. But by default, it has a spiritual foundation. A lot of us, because we can't see the spiritual aspect, we don't value the spiritual aspect. We don't value the power that the spiritual aspect has, which is why a lot of times when the spiritual does do all the damage, wreak all the havoc that it wreaks, now we're sitting here like, we don't even realize when there's certain problems that come up in your marriage. You don't even realize it's a spiritual issue, right? I do wish there were certain things that I do wish, for example, that I was a bit further in my spiritual journey prior to marriage. I think you'll understand this when you get married. You're not going to have the same level of time to do the kind of prayers that you could have done while you were single. All right, that's just not happening. Like, for example, very simple example, right? When you're single, you decide that you want to take your sack and just hit the floor, you can do that. You can't do that when you're married. You just can't. I don't care if your person is Christian or not. You can't. Because the spiritual aspect behind it, you don't leave your bed without mutual consent, number one. And even with mutual consent, you don't leave it for an extended period of time. You just don't.
Yeah.
Right? All the spiritual aspects behind it that goes into it.
Because before we got married, once I got engaged, I slept on the sock for an entire year until we got married. But I can definitely not do that now. No, yeah, babe, I'm gonna leave you for a year to go pray with Jesus.
No, at one point I'm gonna be like, okay, this makes no sense. Jesus got a wife already. Like, what's going on here?
I mean,
Jesus got a wife already.
He want to hear my voice too.
That's great. Jesus got a wife already. Listen, Jesus don't want from you what I want from you.
Next topic.
So, ultimately, like I said, there's a lot. And I feel like I said, maybe this is something, I didn't think this was going to be this long of a topic now. But next week, like I said, maybe next week, I don't know. I mean, we can talk about it. But we can continue the singleness in general. because I do want to take a moment to field questions that people have. So we can definitely spend more time next weekend and subsequent weeks talking about, what you should actually be doing while you're single.
Yeah.
Like, what should you be doing? And why, again, dating hurts you. Like I said, I don't want this generation, we're a generation of, we want to know the why behind everything. Like, we don't, like, somebody can sit here and tell you that dating is wrong, dating is bad, but you want to know the why. Mm-hmm. And hopefully, as we're going through these type of topics, you understand the value in I don't want to say enjoying being single, but the value in being single. Like, what does that genuinely do for you? It does a lot for you. It definitely does. So so hopefully this will help you so that you guys can understand, okay, I can see an aspect as to why being single is important and why dating can actually be detrimental to you.
Right.
Because I want you to think about something. This is the last thing I'll say before we go into questions. Dating by default is going to change you, whether you like it or not. I don't care what anybody tells you, dating will change you. So imagine working on yourself, right? If you get into too many relationships and then you break up, relationships break up, and you want to say you want to start working on yourself, are you actually working on yourself or you're working on a broken version of you?
You're working through the damages.
You see what I'm saying? You see how much extra work you give yourself at the end of the day? And most of us don't even want to do the work. If we want to be honest, we don't do the work. Most of us, we just want quick fixes. We just want to get relationships. We're going to pop the balloon. We start popping balloons and we say we're going to find somebody.
All right now.
That's all right. All right, so I do want to... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Thank God we stopped at the time we did, because it looked like you got a lot of questions.
Yeah. So, let's...
Because baby girl got work tomorrow.
Okay. I guess this is from a woman, so I'll probably let you take this one.
Let me read it.
Is it normal to consistently look at men in the street, like finding them cute, not lusting after them, just looking at them, or wondering if they're looking at me?
Let me see, baby.
The person doesn't want to reveal who they are. If I show this to you, they don't want to know who they don't want to reveal.
I'm not gonna.
Huh?
I'm not gonna say who they are.
No, I don't want your answer to be influenced by knowing who they are.
So hide who they are.
How am I going to hide who they are and show you the text at the same time?
Is it a personal text message?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a...
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how to do this.
Just copy and paste it and put it in a note. How am I supposed to know who they are if they send it to you a Google number? Because it's not going to say their name.
Okay, hold on. Let me send it to you so you can read it. I'll show you who said it after. I want you to have a real answer.
Not Kevin saying... Kevin, leave Bernice alone.
Take your phone.
Okay. Leave Bernice alone, child.
Oh, Kevin, you know Bernice only comment.
Don't reveal who this is, please. Okay.
That's why I told you.
Is it normal to like consistently look at men in the street, like finding them cute, not lusting after them, just looking at them and wondering if they look at me? I don't think that's wrong. I personally don't think it's a wrong thing. I remember me and my friend were having a discussion the other day, and I was telling my brother this. And I guess like people were in a frenzy because Aisha Curry said that even though she's been married to, because her and Stephen Curry were married around the same age as Emmanuel and I, and that was her first boyfriend, blah blah blah, and like people were clowning her because she said like in an interview that she still wanted to be desired by other guys. And I didn't really think that was a wrong thing for her to say. Everybody's like, that's so disrespectful for Stephen Curry. But like, I don't know. I would still like, I think it turns my husband on that someone else desires his wife.
Whoa.
No, wait.
Whoa.
Babe,
No.
All right, let me clean it up.
Okay, let me give you a second chance because that's not working. That's desire. No, absolutely not.
Okay, but like he look at your wife and be like, "Yo, she look good." You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. All right, fine. Yeah, I'll give you that. Desire. Hey, hey, no, I'm slapping you across the face. What is wrong with you?
No, but like, you know, like it, because if you had a wife and nobody thought she was cute, like that's not gonna boost your confidence. You know what I mean? So
no, I don't. If someone looks at, I don't mind people looking at my wife and being like, "Oh, she look good." That's fine.
But if they had a high desire for your wife,
no,
but they're not doing anything. They're just like,
care.
okay, she's. Like they lust after your wife. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, that's bad. That's horrible. Like that's terrible.
Is that considered committing adultery in their mind? Even though I'm not.
For them?
Yeah.
What if they're single?
Okay, so that's not. Is that a sin though?
They're single.
But if they're single and they're lusting after me,
that's a sin.
That's a sin.
Yeah, Jesus said that. Okay. Jesus said lust doesn't start from your actions; it starts from your mind.
No, I know, but they're lusting in their mind.
That's a sin.
About a married woman.
That's a sin. I don't care if the woman is married or single. That's a sin.
Okay, so
woman not yours, don't lust.
Anyway, I don't think you should like. Yeah, like I thank you so. It'll make me sound so crazy, but
no. You lost me. Don't say desire, bro. Don't say desire.
Okay.
The desire lost me. But I understand. Yes, if people would it make me feel good to know that people look at my wife and say that she's a bad? Yes.
Yeah, but if everyone said that your wife is not beautiful or your wife is not, it does make you feel a kind of way. And two,
you say your toes not done, bro.
Stop it. You wanna and this is for the ladies that are married in the chat. You wanna always make sure that you upkeep your look in the marriage. Don't settle your look. Don't be walking around with a muumuu on. My husband hates muumuus. Don't be walking around with a muumuu on. Don't be walking around looking crazy in the house all the time. Like your hair is looking wild or anything like that. The only time I do that is when a man's not here and I'm just here by myself and I'm just chilling. But
that's why I found you the way you were when I came home?
Yeah, because I'm by myself.
Okay. No, but the question.
But back to the question. I don't think that looking like I think that people just like misconstrue Christianity and they think that we just are not normal human beings and we're not allowed to look at people and think that they're cute. Like I think that's normal. If you didn't look at that man and think he was cute, then I'm gonna start wondering like, are you homosexual? Like is something wrong with you? Like you know what I mean? But I think if you're single and you look at a man, like I still look at other men and be like, they cute. Am I lusting after other men? No, because I love this man. But
my wife is setting me up for failure. She be like, babe, look at her. She got a big butt. I'm like, bro, babe, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, bro.
I do that. But that's just a me thing. If you can't handle that, ladies, do not do that. Because then he's going to tell you something that you don't want to hear and then you're going to get upset and you guys going to get into it back.
Well, you do that because you thick. I don't think you'd be able to do that if you're skinny.
No, I think I can. I have pretty good confidence of myself.
I don't think you'd be able to do that if you're skinny. Okay. You thick, so don't mean anything for you. And plus, most of the big butts you seeing, they not as big as yours anyway.
No, that's
so
not true. There's some.
Name one.
That girl that I sent you, and you was like, "Oh, you knew who she was."
Who?
On the internet, on Instagram.
Who? Oh, nah, bro.
Her butt is definitely bigger than mine.
Nah, bro. You wild.
No, her butt is huge.
Nah, bro. She got BBL.
No, that's her natural body, babe.
Yeah, I'm joking, bro. Relax. All right, go ahead.
But anyway, so I don't think it's... I'm going to let the pastor speak on this because I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing that you're looking at other men and be like, oh, he's cute.
No, but I don't mind that. But I'm not going to lie. The second part of that question kind of...
What's the second part?
Like, just looking at them and wondering if they look at me. That second part is throwing me off.
Okay. I like the fact that I can get attention.
Okay. Let me put it this way.
But does it drive me? I don't want to, like...
Exactly. Yeah. And that's my problem.
Because then you're going to start doing things that you're not supposed to do.
Yeah. I do feel like some people... If that's what you like, that attention of the idea of people looking at you, I do feel like that can start to drive people.
Yeah,
I do feel like that can change people's character. I do feel like that can make a girl that, for example, if a girl feels insecure, because let's say you have a skinny girl, she's friends with a thick girl, and then they're always walking down the street, and then your thick friend is the one always getting attention and you're not. And that makes you start to feel insecure. Next thing you know, you start putting tissues in your bra, you start putting things in your back, or you start considering a BBL or whatever, just because. That's when I feel.
Or you start wearing certain clothes to get more attention from. That is when
I feel like is.
But I
that's
don't
dangerous.
think.
I feel like that's
I don't
dangerous.
think it's wrong that you want them to look at you. I don't think it's wrong, but I think there's a balance. Like you can't be like, all right, I'm gonna walk a certain way so I can get his attention.
Yeah, like girls know what they're doing when they want to put on heels one day, or all of a sudden their feet always walking one behind another, like you're walking down a runway.
Or like they purposely put on certain outfits to get attention. Like I feel like when you start doing things to drive you to want to get that attention, that's when it's like, all right, you gotta stop.
Well,
and I also think I also generally think it's a low self-esteem issue. When you really want, I'm pretty sure this person probably has low self-esteem.
Yeah, I'm definitely not telling you who asked this question.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm definitely not telling you who asked this question, because this is why I didn't want to tell you who asked.
Okay.
Because I don't think if you knew who asked, you would have said that.
Okay.
But I'll tell you after.
Now it makes you sound bad.
No, but you're right though, because I remember there was one. I used to, when I was in church like 10, 15 years ago, and there was this one girl. She had a crush on this guy, and whenever the guy was on stage, or like behind the pulp or whatever, she purposely every time she would go to the bathroom. Every single time she would get up and go to the bathroom, and I found that absolutely hilarious.
Yeah,
she would get up, walk, and go to the bathroom, and she all of a sudden she got walking like a model.
These nice stilettos on.
Bro, her heels were like 6-7 inches, like the same ones that you see like Shakanya be wearing when she in the praise and worship.
Leave Shakanya alone.
Bro, every time Shakanya go to praise and worship, I promise you, she got 10-inch heels. I never understood that, bro. Every single time, bro. She had 10-inch heels. I don't understand.
She looking for a husband. You never know who can find her.
Well, clearly she is, because she want to be seen, and she can't be seen when the little 2-inch got.
No, that's not true.
Bro, she is.
She be wearing the same height as I be wearing sometimes.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
There's one.
No, Shakanya's heels, bro.
It's the wedges
like,
that you're talking about. You were talking about the wedges.
No, babe. You remember that video? You remember that short that they posted about, what will happen if you're disappointed in your wedding night because it's too small? Her heels are bigger than a lot of people's, like...
Ooh.
Yeah, bro. It makes no sense, bro.
Okay. But yeah, I think that person is trying to find... They need to find solace within themselves.
And I feel like that is part of the whole singleness thing that we're talking about.
Yeah, I think you need to find solace in yourself. I think that the fact that you want people to see you shows me that you got some self-work you got to do. Because the fact that you want to be seen is... It shows me that you just like, you're not satisfied within yourself. I thank God my mom gave me confidence, bro. I feel like that's like one of the things that I appreciate about my mom.
I don't think anyone could give you confidence.
I feel like she always made me feel like I'm that girl.
I feel like someone can help.
I could be friends with women that are generally prettier than me, and I don't feel like I'm in competition, or I don't feel like, I can't be friends with them, and I know there's a lot of women that's like that in this world. Like, they don't want to be friends with people that are more attractive than them and stuff like that, because they don't want to feel that intimidation. Or there are girls out there that they're the skinny girl, or they're the thick girl, they're the prettier girl, and then their other friends are just way more unattractive than they are, because they want to be the one that's seen. Like, I've never been that girl. Like, I've always thought, like, I'm not going to take away your shine for being with someone that is, like, my coworker. She's a really beautiful girl, but I don't feel any kind of way because boo boo, I got a man. So I don't really feel any kind of way.
I want to know which coworker this is, because I've seen all your coworkers. Not one of them look that good to me.
No, they're prettier than me. I like, she's prettier than me.
Which one?
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, thankfully they're not watching, because then you will hear about it at work tomorrow. Because I feel like I've seen all of them.
No, she's prettier than me, and you've seen her in person.
Who? The one that you text? Nah, bro. Nah.
Babe.
Nah. No.
Her face?
No.
Her face.
No.
Her face is prettier than me.
No.
She has nice eyes, nice hair. Like, You know what I mean? She's a beautiful woman.
And I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even saying that just because you're my wife. I'm being very honest. No, just no.
Okay.
First
I think you're a little biased, but it's fine.
How am I biased? And on top of that, isn't she like 6'7"?
No, she's like shorter than you, babe.
No, she's my height at least.
Okay, she is your height.
Like definitely my height.
I genuinely think she's a beautiful woman. That's not the point of what I'm saying. I do feel like there are women out there that don't want to be friends with other women that are pretty because of the fact that they have some low self-esteem issues. They're not okay with themselves. Like, I know this girl that I also work with, but I'm not gonna say her name. I know this girl, and she always wear these tight scrubs, these this, these that. She be putting her thing all the way up to her waist. Like, she does a lot to get seen, like putting full-blown makeup up, and at 6 a.m. in the morning. She be doing the most. And honestly, I be like, I don't feel like I have to do that stuff to get men's attention. But there are certain women that feel like they have to do that. You know what I mean? Because that's how they feel that they're most presentable as. I'm not saying that specifically is a low self-esteem issue, but I generally think that the idea that you want to drive yourself to be able to be seen in the street, like, I used to get cat calls at 12 years old because of the way my body was shaped. So for me,
it was only up from there.
And so for me, it's like, I'm not seeking to get a cat call, but there are women out there that they seek to get a cat call. They seek to be called out in the street and stuff like that. Like, they want those kind of things. And I honestly really think that something is wrong in there. Like, something is wrong.
The other worry that I have with that, and because I know who the person that asked this question, but I'm gonna just say this anyway.
That's crazy how you get to know and I don't.
No, they have to look at the question. The reason I don't tell you is because I know you. You're not going to give the raw answer if you know who it is. Okay. And I don't want that. I want you to give it as it is, bro. Okay. The same way I give it to you, that's the way I want you to.
What?
Okay, my bad. But nah, I want you to. I guess the other concern I have with this, I don't think that mentality of wanting to see if people find you attractive, I don't think that's something you can turn off. And I feel like that mentality will follow you in your relationship.
That could be dangerous.
Exactly.
You could cheat on your husband.
Exactly. I do feel like that mentality of always wanting to, because what happens is when you have that mentality, that mindset, it's no longer sufficient if just one person finds you attractive. Like, now you need everyone to find you attractive. Like, you need to walk into a room and everybody stops what they're doing and just stare at you. Like, you need to feel like everybody's looking in. Like,
why do you think that can't be, like, stopped?
Because I feel like the only way for you to truly be comfortable when one person likes you is if you're also comfortable in your own skin.
So that's not a possibility for the person to be comfortable in their own skin?
No, if you change that mindset, sure.
Yeah.
But if you, like, because the person asking if that's okay. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's okay for you to always want to feel like everyone's looking at you. Because I don't feel like if that's the way you are, I feel like that will mess up your marriage too. I feel like once you're dating, you won't find it enough for only your man to compliment you.
And I find it to be just very vain. Like, why are you it's just so vain. It's just, wow. Like, you're very surface level. Very cynical for you to just really think that way.
Dag, babe.
Okay.
I really want to see what your conversations are going to be like with this person post this podcast, bro.
Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna stop talking.
Oh man.
You set me up for failure. You really do, because you know that how I would respond if I knew. Clearly, I wouldn't say these things from the way you're. I don't know. Anyway.
No,
I wish people need to start sending it from a star 67 number. Like, stop sending Emmanuel Google things.
No, but if it's only because if the number is recognizable, because some people have some very distinct numbers, so I can tell.
Okay.
But some numbers, like, I just look at them and I still don't know.
Okay. So how would I know the number?
Huh?
How would I know the number?
How would you know the number?
Yeah, because I don't remember. I don't know anybody's number but you and my mom and my brother.
You know my number?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's not true. That's only because we have the same number. I don't think you knew my old number before I changed it.
I do.
Say
because
it. What was it?
917-757-9421. Get at me, baby.
Wow, you actually remember my number. That's crazy. That was my
old
number, by the way. That was my old number.
I still use it at.
Oh, that's why you remember, because you used it at the gas station. Yeah, see, you did actually remember it.
No, I do remember.
Because you need it for the you use it at the gas station to get discounts on gas. That makes that's why. Somebody asked. Somebody asked me, how could God told me I was going to get married at 20? Because wouldn't that mean Abby would have been underage?
Facts. Way underage. So it probably was going to be somebody else. I always say that.
No. What? God doesn't have fallback options, bro.
Man, I probably was plan B.
God doesn't have fallback options. No, but I tell people this all the time. I mean, God knows everything. He knows the timing. He knows everything. He knew what would have happened, what would have happened.
Do you really think that if you were ready at 20, we would have been together? Like, for sure?
If God saw it possible, because you and I both know testimony of somebody that God wanted to even be married before they even got into college.
Yeah.
Right? And because they didn't listen,
would my life be different?
And because they didn't listen, that person's life got completely messed up. So I mean, I feel like a lot of times, you know, we put certain logic in our head, but like I said, you and I, we know somebody that, you know.
Oh, the question. So was asked, what's the question?
Oh, the question was, how did God tell me that I would have gotten married at 20? Because that would have meant Abigail would have been underage.
I would have been 16.
Abigail would have been 16 at the time. By the way, God said I would have met the person at that age. He didn't say I was going to marry the person at that age.
Yeah, but dating at 16 and 20,
no, I know.
That's a little dangerous.
Well, that's not true, because there's some certain underage people that's watching me right now, and they have boyfriends that are like.
Okay, I don't keep this up about.
Thank you. But we'll leave that question.
I was gonna say something else, but I can't say it on the YouTube.
Is learning how to cook preparation? Or is it just spiritual? Or is preparation just spiritually and academically? I think I answered that. No.
I'll answer it a little bit. Right, I think that. Okay, so at the end of the day, like cooking, cleaning, all these things are just skills that you need. They are lively skills. They're not just wifely skills. They're lively skills. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, Emmanuel knows how to survive. He's not a cook. He knows how to survive. There are lively skills that you just need to be able to, like, he knows how to do his laundry. I mean, granted, I've been doing his laundry since we've been dating. So, but he knows how to do it if it came down to it. Like, because when I was in school, he was washing my drawers. But.
Oh, I forgot I was doing your laundry while you were in school.
Yeah, while I was in school, he was doing my laundry. Because I never had time. But, yeah, like, I think that, like, these are just skills. These are lively skills that you just need to have. But I wouldn't look at it as, like, I think what Emmanuel was trying to say is stop trying to look at this season of singleness and preparation as of a goal of getting married. So I wouldn't say, like, oh, is cooking a skill that you need to have in order to get married? Because, you know, if I'm going to be completely vulnerable and honest, I didn't start doing my laundry. This sounds like I was in love. I didn't start doing my laundry until I started dating my husband. So I started doing his laundry first before I started doing my own. And then I didn't learn how to cook until probably like a year and a half before we got married. So I don't really think these are like prominable skills. I know in the Haitian community these are things that you need to learn how to do, but like at the end of the day, like I've known women that gotten married and don't know how to cook or don't know how to clean, and they still, like, I love my mama, but my mom did not clean while she was married. My dad did the cleaning. Like, everybody has their own skill that they, you know,
mama, it's a guff,
that they are good at. You know what I mean? But I'm just a different type of wife. Like, I want to do majority of the things, right? So
told you,
I want to do majority of the things. I don't do majority of the things, baby.
No, me parle.
No, because it sounds like you have a different opinion.
Jamais.
You're a liar.
Oh! Ataka.
Do you have the belt of truth on?
Actually,
you don't have the belt of truth on.
No,
so that means you're lying.
No.
So maybe he thinks that
No, you don't understand. I got the spiritual belt. I don't have the physical one though.
Okay, so I don't know if Emmanuel agrees with what I don't know.
My pants go fall down, man. Crazy.
I don't know if Emmanuel agrees with what I said, but
no, I agree.
I'll think
of something else.
Oh, okay. No. But like
I'm definitely coming for you after this, though.
I feel like Emmanuel, he does. Okay, he takes out the trash because that's a non-negotiable for me because I ain't doing that. The finances is him. This podcast is him. Everything that's like the little nooks and crannies of the house that like are big deals, like the foundation of like, all right, for example, like if we're going to go look for a house and stuff like that, he's going to be looking at every single thing. I'm just going to be looking at if I like the kitchen and if I like the bathroom.
I think we can just summarize and say basically like the logistics and everything that has to deal with like the
even if I like
moving forward about the family is on me.
Yeah.
And then my wife takes care of more of the day to day.
Yeah.
That's basically.
So like if I see something that's not like if I see something and we do different, like this sounds weird for other people, but we do different groceries. Like, because the things I want, he doesn't get, and the things that he gets, he gets for himself. But like,
and then I get home and she eats it.
Sorry.
Crazy.
But like, we get different groceries and stuff like that, which is not like I get like fruits and vegetables and like things for my meal prep. Emmanuel just gets things for his meal prep. So we just get the things that we need for our meal prep because that's just how we work, right? Everybody's marriage is different, whatever we may have you. And then I cook Sunday dinners and stuff like that. But like, for example, if we're going on vacation, even if I want to surprise Emmanuel, I can never really surprise Emmanuel with a vacation because he doesn't trust me like that. So he books everything. So like from the hotel to the airport to how we get in from the airport to the hotel, every single activity or anything like that, Emmanuel is the one that books these things, regardless of if it's my birthday, his birthday, our anniversary, whatever may have you. It's really just Emmanuel. So yeah. So I mean, but generally speaking, I don't really think that that's like I don't really like to think of I don't even consider myself a traditional wife, so I don't really think that there's traditional roles in a relationship, in a like marriage. So I don't really like to tell someone you need to learn how to cook for your spouse. However, I think you need to learn as a wife how to serve your husband. So like I think that's the question. That's what I would have told her. Like, you need to learn how to serve your husband. It has nothing to do with like cooking food or anything like that. You need to learn how to serve your husband. You need to know how to cater to your husband. You know what I mean? You need to know like when he's having a bad day, how to give him a nice back rub. But that's something that you got to learn when you get married. But in your singleness, serving your mom, your brother, your father, people in your life will transition you into how you serve your husband. So, I don't know if that makes sense. Do you agree, baby? Baby? Sorry. Do you agree?
I agree. No, not yet. I promise you, once it's over and I'm eating, I'm crashing out. I can't even say I'm gonna crash out. I still got stuff to do. Crazy. No, I just want to try and answer as many questions as we have because we're getting
a flood.
Not a flood, but there are more questions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this question is definitely for my wife because this question. I thought my wife would answer this one or wrote this one. Is it wrong of me not wanting to get married at the time that God wants me to? So, for example,
why would you ask me this?
I'm just reading the question.
Okay, baby.
For example, if God wants me to get married at 24, but I don't want to get married at 24, is that wrong? I'd rather finish my education because I don't think I can handle being a wife and being at school at the same time. Is that an issue or is that something that I need to fix within myself?
I'm still working on myself.
That's something that my wife can relate to oh so well.
I remember when
Hey,
we were like,
Wataka.
I remember when we first started dating. Um, Law and Esther would be like, "Yeah, y'all gonna get married at this year." I used to not want to talk to them because of that. Like, I'd just be like, "Please don't talk to me. Do not tell me that. I do not want to hear that." Esther, get off my phone with this whole "you gonna get married at 2021." I'm not getting married at 2021 because I knew I was gonna be not finished with school. So
I don't understand why Becca sends me these questions and puts in the chat, "Hey, but by the way, that's my question." Then just put the question in the chat.
oh yeah, like
Whose number is this? Why she send me some fake number? She got a Google number herself.
Yeah, she exposed herself, whatever. So I like people would tell me like, like I would be so mad when, people would tell me that because I did not want to get married till I was 30. And I kind of made that very clear to Emmanuel. Like, I did not want to get married. And he would just be like, oh, then we will. Like, sometimes someone would have a dream and tell us, like, hey, we're going to get married at this and such a day. And, like, Emmanuel would just sit there and laugh. And I would just get very angry. Like, it would be full-blown arguments of me telling him, like, do you remember that time, baby? Like, full-blown arguments, full-blown back and forth. Like, I am not getting married to you at an earlier time. Like, I am getting married to you. And honestly, I said 2024, right?
No, because 2024 was, you wanted 30. You weren't looking for 2024.
Okay, so
if you had your way, we still wouldn't be married.
Yeah, facts. We would have still been dating.
No, we wouldn't have been dating. I would have been like, nah, when you're ready, let me know. I'll be back. I'm not gonna
so you're not going to stick it through me?
No.
With me?
I'll be very honest with you. I'm not going to do that.
Why?
Because I don't think I know myself. Especially who I was before I got married, I wouldn't have been able to just sit there and wait that long.
What if we're just like dating?
Yeah.
Why? So. What would have been hindering you?
My flesh. Like what?
Oh.
Being honest, yeah, I don't think I would.
I did not expect that to be your answer.
You wanted a true answer. I give you a true answer. I don't think I would not have been able to do it. I would have been like, you know what? All right, I'll be back when you're ready. Let me know.
That means you would have been like 34.
Yeah,
when we got married.
That's insane.
Yeah, because I wanted to go to undergrad, grad school. Like, yeah, I was just like, it's not happening. But then someone called my mom and told my mom that, hey, Abigail's going to get married. Emmanuel's going to ask Abigail for her hand in marriage. Oh, I will never forget this before that. So we went to my brother's house in August. And Emmanuel had this dream, right? I think his dream was like, hurry up, it's time. Something to that extent. And he woke up and he told me the dream. He looked like he was in night sweats. Like, and I looked at him and I'm like, that's cool. But I don't think God told you that. like, I don't think God told you that. And I think you just, we'll talk about it another time. And then I think like a month later, my mom told me like somebody came to her and was like, oh, Emmanuel's going to ask Abigail to marry her and make sure Abigail doesn't say no. And then that's when I started to feel conviction in my heart. Like, dang, I really got to marry this man. And
what, it was a punishment? Like, I'm so confused.
No, babe, it's not a punishment, but I just felt like I was putting my dreams on hold. Like, I had things that I wanted to do, and I felt like I could not accomplish those things while being married to you. And I feel like there's a lot of things that I, like right now I want to do, but I can't do it because I'm married and I have to consider someone else, right? But
I'm sorry.
No, baby, don't apologize. But I will say to you guys that when God tells you that this is the time, this is the season that you're supposed to get married, I feel like if I didn't get married in the time that I did, I would have been lost. And I feel like that's why I feel like for me, it was like I'm an anomaly because I feel like God saved me through my marriage. So I'm just like, it's not the same for everyone, but I feel like I needed to be saved through my marriage. So, wait, I don't understand what Kevin said. It ain't time yet.
You know, Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin start wondering when he got to send the kids to sleep.
Oh yeah. No. So I just had to make sure, I realized that, even when we first got married, and especially when I finished school, I would tell him like, I could have been doing this right now. I could have been outside. And man would just be looking at me like crazy. But I thank God for his patience, and and like day in and day out, I realized like, hey man, I would not have been fiscally responsible. I probably, Lord, I don't know where I would be, but there's a lot of things that I realized that God had to save me through this marriage. So, and give me a season of sitting and being a season of, there's so many things that I've learned through myself and with God and my spiritual life through this marriage that I would not have learned on my own. So I just think that is just a different spectrum for me. So I think the biggest thing that I can tell you is just submit unto the will of God. If that is what God is really telling you. Because sometimes you think that this is what God is telling you, and that's not the truth. You just desire to get married at this age, and that's what you want. But is God really telling you that you're gonna get married at that age, or is it just you, and that's what you want to hear? So, yeah.
The other thing I'd also add, I know it sounds daunting being someone's spouse and going to school, but I'll be very honest. In the grand scheme of things, that's going to probably be the easiest part of your marriage.
Facts.
Because
this season right now, and it's not easy.
Yeah, I mean,
I wish I can go back to the days where I was crying every night.
Yeah, I remember I used to tell Abby this. I told Abby this all the time. I said, the problem that happens to mankind is the problems that we are going through at a given point in time. We always think that it can never get worse.
Boy, oh boy.
And little do you know that worse is actually waiting for you.
Yeah.
So I will tell everybody out there, because I know probably Becca's not the only one that thinks that. Everybody likes to think that I can't do a wife and be in school at the same time, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be very honest with you. Very honest with you.
If you have a supportive husband, you are very supportive of me.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
So
don't get me wrong. The partner counts. Who you have as a partner definitely counts.
Like, you're very supportive.
Assuming that you have a partner that's supporting your dreams, I want you to understand that I genuinely feel like that is going to be that will be the easiest part of your marriage. Because your marriage.
Do you feel like that season of our life was easier than it is than what is right now?
Do I feel like that season is easier?
Was easier than what is right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree.
I definitely feel
this season is ghetto. Get me out.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it was easier. There was a lot that was much. It was much easier. And honestly, remember something. God knows best. His timing is best. He knows why.
Yeah, like didn't both of your parents, didn't they get their master's degrees while they were married and stuff like that?
I'll let my mother answer that. I know my dad got at least one while he was married.
Okay.
At least, but he has 3 in total.
Yeah. So
I know he had at least one. I want to say yeah, but I'll let my
people
mother
do that
answer
all the
that.
time. It's not as difficult as you make it seem.
Yeah, it's not. It really isn't, because I feel like, because the idea is the problem is.
Okay, so she said yeah.
The problem is, when you think of being a wife, you think of being what society defines a wife to be.
Yeah. Everybody's household is different.
You think of, I have to cook and I have to clean, I have to do my wifely duties however many times a week, I got to do all this stuff, and I got to somehow be in school. That's what you think, and it sounds daunting. And that's why, as my wife said, it also matters what kind of husband that you have. Because when she was in school, my wife I told her all the time, don't worry about cooking food. Like, I want you to focus on school. I did the laundry myself when she was in school. I was like, you don't have to do that. I'll take care of that. I wanted her to focus on her school. That was me. So that's what I'm saying. I do think that you need to make sure that whoever it is that you are married to, again.
And he was also in school too. So like it's.
Oh yeah, I was in school.
Yeah.
But no one really cared about me being in school at that time. They were like, it doesn't matter. You're in grad school. What matters is the person that's in undergrad. I'm like, wow, wow, that's crazy. Yeah. So that's something else.
It's not easy, but it's doable. It's not easy. It's doable.
No, definitely.
Like my mom knows someone. Well, we both know someone that both of them were in grad school, and the grad school that the husband was in a very rigorous program. Yeah. And they had kids during that time as well. But that's why you have a village. Their in-laws took control of, like, took part of raising the children while they were in school, like, so they can be able to both finish school, and now they're both successful. So yeah. I think that it's doable. You just need to have a good people around you to be able to support you and push you and make sure that you are the best version of yourself. And I can say for sure, like, even me thinking about going back, like, I think that I'm just so much more, like, I feel more confident in that, because I know that no matter what the chapter looks like while I go back to school, that I know that Emmanuel will support me no matter what. So
I'm doing what I do, bro.
Yeah, you're really good at that, baby.
Merci. All right. We got at least 2 more questions.
Okay, 2 more and then we're done, because I'm tired.
All right. No,
that coffee didn't do nothing for me.
All right. So let me answer. Okay. A woman asked, what do I do if I find someone attractive, but I don't want to make it obvious, but I catch them locking eyes with me from time to time?
Is this a man or this is a woman?
A woman. A woman is asking, what do I do if I find someone attractive, but I don't want to make it too obvious, but I do realize that they lock eyes with me from time to time?
I want to know your answer.
This is a woman asking, man. You're a woman. Answer.
Babe, I answered the last 2 questions. Go ahead.
It's not my fault. So a woman. The woman want to know what the woman has to say, bro. I'm a man. First off, if I'm a man, I'm not gonna sit here and just keep locking eyes with you. If I like you, I'm gonna come up to you and be like, "What's
Facts. Up?" And that's the tea.
Like, there's no shit in there locking eyes. What do you mean locking eyes? By the time you finish locking eyes, somebody already came and swooped them up. Now you gonna be upset saying that you could have had it? Nah, bro, you messed up.
I personally think that if you keep locking eyes with this man and this man don't make a move, you keep moving.
Hey, what the
like, I'm sorry, like. But that thought process of, I don't know, maybe I'm just like, this is a traditional thing.
You don't like the idea of approaching a man.
Yeah, women approaching men is just not my thing. Because I don't ever want Emmanuel to say, like, in our 10, 15, 20-year anniversary, yeah, Abigail was on his back trying to get, What that would do to my...
So it's just a pride thing?
Yeah, this is a pride thing.
It's just a pride thing? That's it?
No, I think it's just not a feminine trait. I think that you're not exuding your femininity.
I wonder how many women in this chat will actually pursue a guy. I wonder.
I would make clear that I like you in other ways, but I wouldn't.
Oh, where are those? I'm curious. Let me hear this.
Like,
I don't think I experienced these ways, bro.
I gotta keep it PG for the people.
Nah, man. Keep it rated R for the people. We're way beyond time.
So I would... like, for example, if he's in church and this is the first time he came, right, and he just first came for Igris Punko de la Dernière, I'm going to be like, hey, my name's Abigail, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. It's so good that you could be able to join us today, you know what I mean? And I'll shake his hand.
So you're being friendly.
I'm being friendly. But that's the most you're going to get out of me.
See, that's not
and then I could be like, hey, like, I would like to keep in contact with you. Can I have your number? And then I'll give him my number, right?
That's nothing, man. What? Please.
And that's it. That's it. I'm not doing more. I'm keeping it very cute.
Really?
But I'm making sure that I look good that day, so you can make sure when I turn the other way, you looking. And if he's not for me.
So you're not gonna give him the visitor's card and then by accident drop his pen?
No, I'm not doing all that. I'm keeping it cute. Like, I'm not texting him all the time. I'm not harassing him. I'm not I'm not texting him on the side. Like, I don't think that's attractive as a woman. Cause like, bro, what it would do to my pride if someone is telling someone else like, this girl keeps bothering me and I don't like her. Ugh, Lord, I'm such a person that gets easily embarrassed. So yeah, like, no, sorry. So the most I would do is introduce myself, make sure I look really good that day so you can keep that in the back of your memory. And yeah, wait for him to text first. If he's not texting me, I'm not texting him.
Okay, so what if my
back.
son texts you at like, he texts you bright and early, he first woke up.
Grand Rising?
He's texting you.
He lost me at Grand Rising.
He loves you. How you doing?
He loves me?
He loves you after the first date.
That's when I'm second date not guaranteed.
Oh,
then I will block him.
Block is crazy.
I'm sorry. Because
block is crazy.
Churchmen are so dang forward. They don't know the beauty of pursuing a woman. And a lot of them don't know how to pursue women. And that's a whole different conversation.
Wait, hold on. So you're saying there's a beauty in pursuing a woman?
Yeah. There was a beauty of you getting to know me, babe. Like, you were actively trying to get to know me. Not
the
just...
sweetie baby.
Yeah, like the sweetie baby. It's just, ew. You were actively trying to get to know me. You were actively trying to be my friend. Like, you were taking your time. Like, and
I still take my time, bro. I still take my time.
You're the king of
still take my time.
Take your time.
I don't believe in quickies,
like,
bro.
You just be taking too long.
Nah, but I've been making you feel good though.
That's not the point.
What you mean that's not the point? Because we never finish for you to not be like feeling good when we done, bro. Every time you good, so good, you either go straight to sleep or you gotta take a shower. One of the two, bro.
Are you done?
I'm not lying though. Every single time you go to sleep, bro, put you straight to sleep. You didn't remember what happened 2 nights ago? You went straight to sleep.
I don't remember that. 2 nights ago. What are you talking about, babe?
Babe, what? Babe, you went straight to sleep, bro.
I don't remember that.
Nah, babe, you went straight to sleep.
2 nights ago.
Think about it, bro. 2 nights ago. Yeah.
When we went on our date. Oh, guys, my husband took me on a nice date.
No. We went on the date. Yeah, we went on the date. And then we got back. And I told you I was going to go do some work. You were like, nah, I'm waiting for you to get to bed. Because
I wanted to cuddle with you.
No. It didn't stop there. And then I'm sitting here and I'm working. And then you text me while I'm working. And you're like, yo, babe, I got a surprise for you. And then I had to stop working right then and there.
Oh, my goodness.
You don't remember that?
I don't remember these things.
Oh, now you don't
these
remember
allegations?
that. You don't remember that. You don't remember that. I had to stop working. I couldn't even finish my work that night. I had to stop working to make sure to come to bed. Babe, like, yo, I got surprised. And I know when a woman says she got surprised, that surprise may not be there tomorrow. You got to take advantage of it right then and there. Which is what I did.
That's not true.
Tell me in front of God that's not true.
The surprise will always be there. If you told me, baby,
that's the part that's not true, right? That's not the part. But the rest wasn't true either. I
won't confirm or deny.
Oh, okay. That's all I was saying, bro. Go tell me, yo, I have a surprise for you. I was like, hey, what the guy? Hey. That was a great surprise, John. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Anyway,
but you went to sleep well.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. Like,
I don't know. I was passing my guy instead. She knows.
God bless you guys. You see what she's saying while you talking your nonsense.
Listen, that was a great night, though. That was a great night.
Anyway, what was I saying?
I'd be not lying when she said you gotta learn how to do back massages, bro.
But the thing is, it's like you have to the art of pursuing a woman. If I don't know, maybe it's just not my style. I'm not knocking women that do it. I'm not knocking women that do it. I just don't think it's ladylike. I really don't. Like, he might be laughing at you in the fellas group chat talking about why this girl keep texting me. Like, I just oh my God. Like,
send a screenshot to his boys.
If he's telling you go like this other person, he don't like you. He does not like you.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Nah, now you got me really thinking about Sunday night, bro.
It wasn't Sunday night. It was Saturday.
Oh, so now we admitting it. Oh, so now you're remembering. It's jogging your memory, right? Now you're remembering.
Anyway.
Now you're remembering all of a sudden, right?
Emmanuel's always sending me text messages.
No, it was back to back. I lied. It was back to back. Yeah, it was Saturday and Sunday.
Emmanuel, no, it was not.
No, because I thought it was last night, but last night you weren't feeling well.
Yeah, I was.
So
not
it was
feeling well.
no.
I was feeling like
No. It was Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I was in a sugar coma.
Nah, it was Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday.
It was Saturday night and Sunday night.
Sunday.
No, because that was the reason why. That was the reason why. So when your mother called me to pray, I was able to pray on Sunday morning. I remember it because I felt energized. If I didn't have that energized, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It would have been slow. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm tired of this. All right. Anyway.
There we go. On a date, kind of nervous. Exactly.
On a date, kind of nervous.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
So I don't got no flashbacks because I don't remember. I don't recall.
What you mean? Stop lying, bro. Stop lying. You're the reason why when Isabel and her husband were asking why I couldn't go to the thing, I was like, bro, listen. Me and Abby had a long night, bro. Was chilling, bro.
Stop. You was doing Bible study. Stop it.
That too.
On a date with Mr. CEO. I'm always on a date with Mr. CEO. He likes to take me to nice places, and I love that.
Nah, that's what.
And I have to reward him every time.
Exactly. That's why I said Sunday night.
With other things, babe. It doesn't have to be specific to that.
Stop lying, bro, because you know what the reward was when we got home, bro. You know what it was, bro. You know exactly what it was. I don't know why y'all gave this man a TikTok, because now he's getting all these ideas on TikTok.
Bro, listen. He's getting all his little date ideas on TikTok.
We were doing, bro, listen, Sunday night was a great night. It was a great night. I don't remember.
I really think it was Saturday, but okay.
It was both. I'm telling you. I remember Saturday night like it was yesterday. Well, it wasn't yesterday. Saturday night was amazing. Mm-hmm. Saturday night had the happy ending. And then Sunday, yeah, because then Sunday I was in des sentiments forme pour me faire l'évangile.
I was about to ask you a question, but that's very inappropriate for me to ask you on the live.
Why?
It's not good. Because I was about to say, is Sunday, is this what you did on Sunday? But I can't ask you that on here.
Sunday was the day when you did the thing. You don't remember?
I don't remember. I really don't. I
babe,
can't.
Right after you had to, you remember you ran to the bathroom after, bro.
Because you did the thing.
See, you see how you remember now?
I'm asking you, is that Sunday or Saturday?
That was Sunday.
Okay.
See how you remembering? Look how you remember it. You see now you get flashbacks, right? And that dress that you have on is gonna make that same thing happen to you tonight.
I got work tomorrow. Nah, Isabel, I don't. We not saying nothing but nothing.
Listen,
we not saying
I remember
anything.
that. I definitely remember.
All right,
that.
let's get to the last two questions so we can get out of here. Because then my mom gonna call me tomorrow talking about we ended too long.
Nah, bro. Listen, bro. Sunday was beautiful. Sunday was a beautiful day.
You did pray really well on Sunday. I felt the Holy Spirit.
Wait, what? I don't understand this question. You understand this question?
That's exactly what we were just talking about.
Oh, when you went to the bathroom after?
Like I don't know how to like say this in like a non.
All right, so somebody asked a question. This is definitely.
So please get off the line.
What you mean,
bro?
What you mean?
So please get off the line.
Somebody asked a question, guys. So we about to talk about this question.
No, we're not. I don't think you should answer this question.
No,
please.
Somebody asked a question, so we gotta. This is gonna be a very interesting question, bro. Yo, you're nasty, bro.
Who asked? Do you know this person?
I don't know who this person, but whoever asked this person is nasty. Like, whoever asked this question is nasty, bro. Absolutely. Oh! I know who asked it, bro. I know who asked it.
Tell me.
I know who asked it, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh, and I know that person. She's sitting there on the other side of this camera being like, oh, they just read my question. Bro, you gotta speak.
Nah, because she asked that question, I am not answering that question. Next question.
Bro, this question.
What the heck? What is going on?
Why did my mom say I'm 18 plus?
Because I told her to leave the chat.
Bro, all right, let's ask a question, bro.
So slow.
So somebody who's under 18 decided to ask us a question. Do you guys do aftercare And what do you consider aftercare after intimate moments? Bro.
Yo, repeat the question for the people in the back to hear.
Do y'all do aftercare? And what do you consider aftercare after intimate moments?
Son, why y'all so bold to ask us these questions?
Ivanta's here now, all of a sudden. Now Ivanta showed up.
Yeah, why y'all feel so bold to ask us these questions?
Where's that gif that they have? Blood of Jesus.
So you're gonna be even more shocked to know who asked this question.
Bro, son, nah, there's no way. This question question has been.
Do you want to answer this question, or you want to like?
Nah, you can take this one.
Nah, I can take this one.
Blood of Jesus.
Okay, the aftercare is literally. I'm not answering this question. Can we go to the next one? So this is insane.
Oh man.
So the aftercare is after the person, especially the man, ejaculates. You you should probably get like a warm towel and just wipe him off.
This is crazy.
And then you probably should go use the bathroom to pee. I hate the fact that y'all putting me in this question. You probably should.
Isabel said it's a great question. So you know what I'm gonna do next week? We'll have Isabel on the live, and she's gonna answer this question.
You probably should.
Blood of Jesus.
As a woman, you should probably use the bathroom to go pee because this is how many women get UTIs and infections. I'm sorry, I'm a nurse. I have to tell you guys these things.
Avanza says, does it the man wipe the woman?
Oh, I mean, yes. Because, I mean, yes. So.
I need to figure out how Avanza know about that. But anyway, let's keep going.
Hey. Anyway, someone's doing the wiping.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then I mean, some women don't like to be touched after but some women, okay, I don't even want to go into that part, but
these questions are wild.
Oh my god, I hate y'all putting me through this.
Susie said she go watch the baby so that Isabel go answer this question next week.
And then you yeah, like after that happens, like you guys like cuddle and and
you cuddle and then round two.
I mean, if your husband has that type of stamina, if your husband doesn't, then it's just a one and done shit.
Whose husband?
I'm saying
whose husband?
Your husband. Like it doesn't have to be my husband. I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah. Because every time baby like babe.
Washcloths, yes. Some people use washcloths. Some people use baby wipes. I personally use baby wipes all the time. So, but yes, Perry bottles. Make sure you guys are spraying down there, cleaning down there, especially women, because you really do not want to get an infection, especially if the man's pH balance is off. All these things are. Yeah, just like women supposed to be drinking a lot of water, men are supposed to be drinking a lot of water because you can really get your wife an infection. You probably should be taking a shower, but honestly, do you want to take a full blown shower at 2:00 in the morning or whatever time? Like, you know what I mean?
You didn't take a shower Sunday or Saturday night.
I went to the bathroom though.
Yeah.
And I took care of myself.
Yeah,
that's not okay. Anyway, why y'all putting me through this? Yes, taking probiotics, all these things need to be.
You see, and then people asking Emmanuel, they'd be like, Emmanuel, the kids shouldn't be watching. Look how much these kids know.
No, yeah, they like.
Look how much these kids know.
Talking about shouldn't the man wipe the woman down?
Avasa should be doing multiplication and division with some algebra, and she talking about should the man wipe the woman down. I'm so confused.
Yeah, like I don't know if there should be a shot, like
Season 2. My son didn't even say episode 2. He said season 2.
Oh, like this is a lot. I gotta get my mother on this. She's gonna know the best responses to these questions. I don't want to say the wrong thing. But yeah. Can we move on? What's the next question? Because Jesus Christ.
Oh man, no, that's funny.
Yeah, I do not want to do this because I don't. A lot of you guys are not married, and I don't want to put you guys in a predicament where
All right, let's just do one scenario and then we're done. One scenario and then we're done. So, all right, guys, one scenario. This chat's on fire.
Yeah, the chat's on fire now after people talking about ejaculating and stuff. Jesus Christ.
Being under 18 and asking that question is crazy, bro. But nonetheless, let's ask this question. So,
whoever asked this is funny.
So, scenario, somebody sent this midweek, so I guess we can do this now. A man asks you on a date, and then he cancels on you last minute with a text. And the text reads as such: I know I plan to take you out, but bills really got the best of me this month, on top of the fact that I had to help my baby mama with her car note.
Mm-hmm.
I have salmon in the oven and was wondering if you could stop and grab a bottle of wine and we could just chill here at my place tonight. As a woman, how would you respond knowing that the man canceled on you in order to take care of his baby mother?
I'm not feeling no ways. I feel like he still created somewhat of an initiative by even saying, I'm making salmon. Can you go get the
Nah, he didn't say he's making it. He just said he has an oven, bro. You don't know if that thing's store bought. You don't know if he heat it up.
I mean, he made an initiative though, so I think that counts for something. And I don't know if I look at it as him taking care of his baby mama, but him taking care of his child. So that's just my personal belief. I think that I'm such a strong believer in healthy co-parenting. Like, Emmanuel knows this about me. I believe in strong healthy co-parenting, so I think it's a strong thing. I think being with someone that has a child, you have to have a different level of confidence and self-esteem. You have to be able to be very mature and understand that you're Isabel said no.
Isabel said absolutely not. I don't care what you're talking about.
I mean, my thing is, right, I don't want you to make that a habit. Now, if it becomes a habit where it's like, all right, every time we have a date, every time we have it, I don't know. I feel like
Isabel said absolutely not.
Isabel, that's why Jesus didn't call you to that ministry of being a stepmother.
Isabel said absolutely not, bro.
Not everyone has, not everyone. I mean, I wouldn't make it a habit though. Like, if it comes out like once a blue, I wouldn't be bad at it, but if it happens consistently, then I'm just gonna let go. Like, 'cause I think that honestly, once you have a child, like, you have to know your place in that relationship. Like, and it's difficult. It's not easy. It's not easy to play that role, and you have to learn how to play that role very well and be mendable, and
So what do you think about Isabel's last comment? It tells you that she said that it says that you don't know how to budget.
Well, I wouldn't say that because things come up, right? Like, I don't know how to budget, but like, how am I supposed to know that the mother of my child's car broke down while she was going to go get my child from daycare? Like,
no, it's not a car. It's a car note.
Oh,
like
car
the car note. The question's a car note. Let me make sure. Hold on. Sorry.
The child is with the baby mama, so I'm assuming that.
Yeah, car note.
Yeah. Okay. Well, car note. Okay. Well, now I understand what she's saying in terms of not
being
budgeting. Because I'm assuming she's right. I'm assuming you knew that these budgeting. I'm assuming you knew that she was gonna go on this day, and you knew all these bills were coming.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was like more so the mother of your child told you, hey, I don't have it right now to pay off this car note. Do you mind lending me some money and I'll pay you back? That could be a thing. Listen, I know it just takes a certain level of maturity to be able to deal with that. I do feel like people may shoot me in the comments for this, but I feel like unless that woman, the mother of your child, has a husband, she's somewhat your responsibility because that
The mother of your child had
like the mother, your baby mama, has like
unless she
a
has a husband.
spouse.
Okay.
She's still somewhat your responsibility because
The kid.
with the yeah,
The kid is
be-
your responsibility.
yeah, the kid is your responsibility, but technically, like her living situation, especially if she's the primary caretaker of that child, is your responsibility as well. So like, I think it's, I think like you have to really consider that. Like, I'm not telling you to, and that's kind of, it goes back to you not having children with just anyone. And that's just really the tea. Like, you shouldn't just be having kids with anyone and everyone, you know what I mean? So, like, you know, you should be having children with your wife. I mean, things happen.
Yeah.
But also, you know, you should be having children with a person that is responsible for their own situation. So you don't even have to be put in this predicament.
Yo, Isabel. Yo,
Dang, Isabel. I don't know, man. I don't know if I completely agree with that because, like, for example, like, let's say,
yo, we need to build in the show, bro.
let's say, right, you, like, you know, you're right. It's not your responsibility to pay for the mother of your child. I don't even like to say baby mama. The mother of your child's car note, right? But if she's going to and from and picking your child up to daycare, to swimming lessons, to all these type of things, and then her car gets towed or repoed, then, and you don't have the time to do it, and you guys don't, she doesn't really have a village, then it kind of falls on you again. So I don't know. I feel like it's a slippery slope. This is why God created marriage, bro. Because all of this is just, it's just mess.
I think I'm gonna take a step back from this question, and I guess, you know, I wanted my wife to answer first before I said anything. I'm gonna take a step back in this scenario, and I'm gonna say for us as BCS, like I said, I want us to understand the sanctity of marriage, and I want us to do it while understanding what God envisioned when He saw marriage. Scenarios like this is kind of why, like I said, God had a plan for how He wanted marriage to be, right? He had a plan for it. A husband, a wife, and children. And scenarios like this is examples as to why, right? It's examples as to why. God knew what He wanted. He knew what He was looking for. He knew what He sought, what He was seeking after. And what happens in us in society, what we tend to do is we normalize certain things and we just expect the Bible to support it. We expect God to support it because we normalized it. But just because we normalize it doesn't make it right, doesn't make it correct. I'm aware and understanding of the fact that mistakes happen, things happen, people happen. But this whole scenario, in my opinion, honestly, if anything, for me, is an example of what can go left when you do engage in certain things that God never wanted you to. I think personally an argument could be made for either side, where people can say, where a woman, I can understand a woman saying that she's okay and understands, and I can understand a woman saying absolutely not. I can understand both sides.
Yeah.
But quite frankly, if I'm to be very honest, the fact that this even has to be a consideration is where the problem lies for me. Mm-hmm. Right? And this is why I tell people all the time, you have to be, like my wife said, you got to be careful with who you have kids with. And if it's not your husband or your wife, then that's just wrong to me. Because then you introduce all these different level of complications that you don't need. And now
confusion.
now it's confusion. Because this whole scenario, to me, I'm listening to it, to me it's just confusion, to be honest. Because it's just kind of like, okay, he's canceling me because of his baby mom. But now, again, so many different questions come up, right? Is it for the kid? Is it not for the kid? Is it even true at the end of the day? Is it not true? Like, what happened? Is the money that you sent into the car for the woman for the woman to get a car? Did she actually even need the money in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so much that comes out of this that I feel like, obviously I understand these are all hypotheticals that go beyond the scenario, but even when we are doing scenarios, I do think we want to make sure that we, like, as part of BCS, we're doing everything from a biblical standpoint, a biblical perspective, right? And honestly, scenarios like this is what happens when you don't work on yourself while you're single.
Yeah. And you deconstruct what God's supposed to construct.
Work on yourself while you're single. You don't get into these type of positions. You don't get into these type of positions. You don't get into these type of things. And it's things you don't have to worry about. So me personally, I can understand both sides of the coin. I can understand both people's arguments. For someone that would say they would understand, someone that say they won't understand, I can understand both. But I'll also say that the fact that this is even a scenario, to me, is the problem. That's where the problem lies.
Yeah.
The fact that this is even a scenario, and the fact to understand that, okay, if we want to live a godly lifestyle, if we want to be able to please God in our marriage, there's certain things that we have to abstain from.
Yeah.
And fornication is one of them.
Yeah. I mean, granted, like, we all fall short of the glory of God, but they all have consequences.
Yes.
Of these, you have consequences for each action that you take. So, in this scenario, like, if you're going to be with someone that has a child outside of marriage, that's a responsibility that you're going to have to take. And honestly, like, as much as you want to say that's not his responsibility, that's this, that's that, I don't know. I think as a man, you're supposed to take care of your responsibilities. And unfortunately, that's a part of that. Like, and if you can't handle that as a woman, you know what I mean, or feeling like you're second place, then you probably should not be with that man.
Facts.
Like, because, you know what I mean, that woman that he had that child with is always going to be in his life because of the child. So it's not going to look good if that woman is homeless and she's with his child. How would you feel?
Because I feel like
you know what I mean?
I do feel like, because then it can get even worse, because now what if the man is, because now the girl that comes in the picture, the new girlfriend that comes in the picture, starts pressuring you, gotta be either me or her. The guy starts wondering, hey, should I just take the kid from you altogether? It's like a bunch of stuff that just doesn't need to happen.
But
And like
the
I
reality is, it's a reality for some people, and I'm just saying,
is.
and I'm just saying to you, you just have to have a level of maturity to be able to deal with this kind of situation. And if you don't, you need to see your way out, because it's a lot of responsibility.
I do think that is some, like, this scenario to me is more evidence as to why people should wait, be patient.
Yeah.
Because like I said, once you start getting into kids outside, all that kind of stuff, you do open doors to things that the Bible can't answer for you. And the reason the Bible can't answer it for you is because the Bible is going to say that this is not something that God wanted in the first place.
Right.
And then at that point, you're on your own in trying to find answers, and you don't want that. So.
Well, there's that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready. Is that the last one?
Yeah, we're gonna stop there. We're gonna pause there. My wife's saying it's late. She about to go to sleep, and I'm about to be up for another 2 hours. It's life. But yeah, I think we're gonna pause there. Again, guys, we appreciate you very, very much. Isabel, tell Nick I said what's up.
Tell Nick I said what's up. My mom texted me and said that to re-educate y'all. She said, you should not, if you're trying to get pregnant, you should not get up right after you have sex. You should wait a little bit. So there's that.
There's that.
There's that.
So yeah, we appreciate all you guys that watch. As always, please, guys, if you are coming to BCS Live, please RSVP. You'll find the links in the chat. Susie has been nice enough to keep posting them, so please don't say you didn't see them. They've been around. You'll also find them in the description. In the description of this video, you'll find all links necessary. The links to the BCS event. Please hit the please RSVP. Even if you are in our church group, I understand, but it just helps us to have a decent head count.
We don't know the head count.
It gets us to have a head count for all purposes, for food, for chairs, for everything.
Yes, come with the open stomach. And
yes, please. There will be
money in your pockets.
There will be food. Come with food. Come with cash. You want food? There's cash. Please understand, admission is free, so don't be upset if other things are not. All right, admission is free. So please don't be upset if other things are not free. Walk with cash. Please walk with cash. Make sure you walk with cash. For those that, as always, the link, thank you again, Susie. Eventbrite, please RSVP, and you'll find the links to the merch. Please, guys, we definitely encourage you to get some merch and wear your merch December 20th. Come with your merch December 20th. There's people telling me that it's a matter of they just go put on merch at the end. No, I want to be honest. The whole point of what we're trying to do with the merch is more advertisement. There will be pictures taken during the event and everything like that, which is why it's easier when everybody has the merch on. So people are taking pictures, people are taking videos, so that can be used to, again, help promote BCS as well. So again, it's not a matter of you just go to put it on for like 5 seconds. Nah. Please, we're doing that. It's to help. Again, it's really just to help promote BCS, and we're going to use all that for social media purposes and everything. So please, definitely purchase the merch and then wear it to the event. Keep it on during the event. So, and I'm letting you guys know this now. There's definitely going to be what?
I got the whole app. Don't ask me why.
I don't get it. But
I never get anything Reggie says.
Yeah, but please make sure you have everything. You come ready to watch, come ready to have fun. Make sure you walk with cash. I'm telling you guys this now. Walk with money. Walk with it. Please do. Again, what am I missing? Yeah, make sure you walk with cash. Again, purchase. And also, if you, as people have asked already, you are free to make donations as well. The same Zelle that you see, breakingchristiansilence@gmail.com. And remember, again, all proceeds are going to two things. A, the furtherance of BCS as a podcast, and B, towards the construction of the new building for Église Pentecôte de la Dernière Heure, Church of Pentecost of the Last Hour. Everything is going for one of those two purposes. So we encourage you to please, again, if you don't want to buy merch, I want you to buy merch. I'm being honest. I definitely do. I really don't want people to just donate and not buy.
I don't want to keep anything.
I'd rather you purchase. I want you guys to purchase, and I wanted it to get out there. I definitely want the merch to get out there. I feel like people, I know people like the merch, so I definitely want the merch to get out there. And again, it will help the advertising. You walk on the street, people see it, it helps, right? So definitely we want to do that for sure. So definitely get the merch. Have it, and yeah, like I said, you can still donate if you want. All proceeds, and again, come February, you'll see if we get good enough proceeds for BCS. Come February, you'll see where your money goes. You'll see it firsthand. You won't even have to ask or question it. You'll see it when you see everything starts to be a bit different. You'll see differences. You'll see differences to the shorts, to the live, to everything. You'll see differences. So again, that'll come based off of you. So please, again, do help us with that. I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, next week we'll be back. We'll continue to talk about singleness. I didn't think this was gonna be so long. There's a lot to it. So we'll talk about it again next week.
I guess next week we'll talk about what you should be doing in your season of singleness, because I feel like we talked about why it's important this week, and then next week we'll talk about what you should be doing. Yeah,
and we definitely encourage you from now to send questions. If you have questions related to singleness, send them now so that it helps us prepare for next time. So definitely send your questions.
Don't send us no questions about what you're supposed to be doing after you have sex. Oh, only I feel that way?
Well, if people are texting you saying give you more advice, clearly you are the only one that feels that way.
Huh?
If people are texting you right now and telling you this is what you should say, then clearly you are the only one that feels that way.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
I don't get it.
But nonetheless, guys, we're going to end it there. Like I said, we've been on for a while, and my wife is tired, and I have to go work and eat. But I'm going to eat first, then I'm going to work. So I'm hungry. But yeah, we'll end it there, guys. And please share the lives. Kevin, make sure you share the lives with your friends. You invited a lot of people. Share the lives with them. Brian, I saw you invited someone. Share the not the live. I'm sorry. The social
links.
Medias.
Yeah.
The social medias, the Instagram, the TikToks. Kevin, share with your friends that you invited. Brian, share with your buddy Adrian. Second date guaranteed. Remember, you tell him that you had a first date. If he wonders who you had the first date with, just make sure that he watches the video at the beginning. He'll know. So you can see, where your game gets to. All right? And so you can see the beauty of your pursuit of women. Amen.
That's not a beauty. But anyways, pray, because I have to sleep.
Wow. All right.
I have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Go ahead.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you, we worship you, oh God, for this episode of Breaking Christian Silence. Oh God, we thank you for episode 19. God, we did not expect to be here, but God, you are so faithful, you are so merciful, and we continue to praise your name. Here's everyone that's been watching us, Father God, from the beginning to the end. And God, we thank you for those people, Lord God. And we ask you, Lord Heavenly Father, to bless them immensely. We already thank you, Lord, for the testimonies that will be given, Father God, on December 20th. And God, we worship you. We exalt your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen, 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 amen. Again, guys, we thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. Enjoy your night. Have fun. I don't know what else to say, but enjoy your night. Have fun. May God bless you. May God be with you guys. May God cover you. May God keep you. Have a great week. We're waiting for you guys all again next Tuesday. We'll be back. All right? We're waiting for you guys next Tuesday. God bless you guys. You gotta say bye, baby.
Bye, everyone.
We love you guys. Adios.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so tired.
Tired of silence? It's time to speak up. Too many are suffering quietly. It's time for a generation to rise and break the silence. Breaking Christian Silence. It isn't just a channel, it's a movement. And this December 20th, it's going live.
Where you guys going?
BCS Live! Stop talking and let's go.
Bring your voice, bring your story. Let's break the silence together.